Wait, now it says that both, how could both streams be live? Is that possible? Oh wait, I think I know. I think I know. Okay, let's just copy this really quick. And there you go in Twitch chat. Now I'm not telling you where to go, but here's where you can go if you want to, because the Twitch stream is going to be ending. And here, YouTube chat, boom. We're going to do it like the majority report. I don't know why they spam it like multiple times, but it feels good. And if it feels good, do it. That's what some hippie told me right before they voted for Trump, which maybe they don't know what they're talking about. Okay, so question, are we good? Did we switch over to the fun half successfully? Let's do the very last thing, which is to open this link here, to mute this, and then to pop out that chat. Pop out that glorious chat. Hopefully people made it over. I feel really bad for anybody who didn't. I hope I gave people enough time. So yeah, we have pop out chat, and that's my new chat. Right? Just like there's the and I guess I should hit. That's the new chat. That's the old chat. Okay. So I'll close down the old chat just so I don't get confused, but for anybody that's still in the old chat, there it is. There's the link one more time. And then I get rid of this, and then I do the next thing, which is going to be, so Twitch, now is your time. Now is your time to jump over, right? I'm still talking to you. You can still hear my voice, but as soon as I flip this switch and hit save, you're not going to be able to hear me anymore. So if you want to join me on YouTube, you can. You don't have to. I'm legally, contractually obliged not to tell you what to do, not to, command you or anything like that. But we are going to end the stream on Twitch now because we're covering Destiny. And even though I'm able to sometimes cover Destiny by, if it's in another person's video, I can cover up his face, right? That's okay. I don't think they're going to be okay with me watching a whole Destiny video. So to avoid that, we're gonna end the stream on Twitch, and we're gonna all come over to YouTube. So give you a little while longer to raid into my YouTube if you want to, or if not, it's been nice hanging out, and I hope to see you again soon. Meow meow meow. Remember, you can support me on Patreon to keep me coming to you more often and for longer. So anyway, bye bye Twitch. And save. Okay, so now we're safe. We're good. It's kind of like a raid. I'm like raiding myself. I'm brigading myself. So once we can confirm for sure that the Twitch, I'm pretty sure the Twitch should be shut off now. Let me just check again. Yeah, it looks like it's only the YouTube that's running at the moment. Twitch is off. Okay. Now that we know that for sure, we could, yeah, it feels like, you know what it feels like, chat? It feels like somehow like I'm showing you something that's like, what do you call it? Salacious. It's no, not salacious. Like as if like, this is the this is the 18 plus portion of the show or something. I probably, yeah, corn. It feels like I'm showing you corn. That's exactly, hell of a lot of bank. We got a hell of a lot. We need to have a fun house show. Oh my god. We need to, oh my god. We need to have like a song. Get DJ Janarchy on that immediately. Or if you're an enterprising DJ Janarchy yourself, let me know. Make a song and post it to the Discord, and we'll try to use that if we've got anybody. Wow. Oh my god, Lexical, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Meow. Oh yeah, 2 different chatters there, Jules and Jules. Two different spellings, 2 different chatters. No, no, Jules, I think it's literally two. I think there's like literally somebody else that's spelled with Jools. Danarchy has been around? What? Danarchy has been around where? Anti-corporatist. Please tell me. Please tell me. Where has Danarchy been around? Oh my god, Moe Nope, thank you for the gift membership to Christian Strand. Also, Lexical, thank you for the gift memberships to Ice Age, Gnostic Informant, A2Decay or Adadak, Fractured Gamer, and wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's like one more person, right? One more person got a gift sub. I can't tell who it was though. But there were 5 of those, so 5 of you got a gift sub. You've seen him in Adrian Vixen's Twitch. Nice. Well, anyway, I wouldn't don't forget to like the new stream. That's a great idea. I always forget to ask. Yeah. So if you liked the last stream, thank you. Thank you so much. But I got another big ask. Can you hit me with one more of those thumbs up too? Cuz like this is a whole nother stream and it's a whole nother chance to like the stream and to let YouTube know that this is a good stream to send people into. And if that you're enjoying the stream and others can enjoy, it literally lets the algorithm know that others like you might enjoy the stream as well. And then they send them my way and it's amazing, and more people, and they'll thank you. They'll be like, yo, I would have never, like, you got that into my recommended. Morbius Dragon, thank you for the gift sub. To Lonzetta. Lonzetta, you just got a gift membership. Sorry, I said gift sub. These are memberships. It's a little weird on YouTube, right? A sub on YouTube is just what you do if you follow me. So if you're watching me for the first time, you might want to hit that sub button in order to make sure you can find me again easily. Subbing to me is a great way to do that, right? As I said before, you can also hit that like button to make me more likely to pop up in your algorithm. Also to give YouTube the information that viewers like you might also enjoy me, which means the world to me. So again, if you could just hit that like once again. We're gonna get started with Destiny in just a second. And like, I don't know, chat. There's 2 ways that this could go. Either I'm like so tired and worn out from Vosh, which I don't think is happening, or I'm gonna get a little bit, maybe I might be a little animated for this one. I don't know. I'm leaning on animated. I'm leaning on being animated. Help, I'm a rock. Wait, is that like I am a rock? That's like a song, right? An island. But yeah, welcome to my island, chat. Welcome to the new stream. This is the second time we've had like 2 streams that are gonna kind of seem like the same thing. Maybe I should name this one. Oh, I'm a rock is Frank Zappa? Oh, Help, I'm a Rock. Yeah, wait, do I know that one? I feel like I know a decent amount of Zappa, but probably not all the Zappa. Okay, yeah. Change this one to Destiny. Yeah, Destiny loses his cool. He loses his cool over Hasan and Timothee Chalamet. Pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, I think we're ready to go, and I should have this playlisted. I should have had this one playlisted too, though. The Hasanabi laugh, though, that was... Oh, no. We're not looking for Ryan Beard. We are not looking for Ryan Beard at the moment. What is this? Oh my god, Philly DeFranco. I am so tempted to see what's going on with Samir. We haven't checked. Remember, this is the guy that makes the video the video where the um teacher poops on his student's paper and the husband dies from smelling wife's fart. Like this is that guy. And for a while he was not making videos. Like he's 7 months ago to 1 month ago. So he took a half of a year break, but he's back. Influencer abuses wife because of low views. Oh my god. Wait. I feel like Samir was suffering from low views. I don't know if this is, I hope this is not autobiographical. Student claps autistic teacher gets her pregnant. Billionaire landlord acts homeless to test tenants. Racist cop arrest. Yeah, I mean, it's just more of the same. Nerd dumps his coffee on bully. Oh my god, chat. If we could just take a quick diversion.
Josh, Eddie. And who might this lovely...
Because this guy's back. This guy's been away for 6 months, right? Oh yeah, the first one that I saw was like, father disciplines daughter's friend. And it's literally, a guy that looks old enough to be the daughter's like grandfather spanking her adult friend, right? They're like, it's literally like, yeah, like this is the kind of video he does.
That's my wife, Eddie. You married him? My number's on the cup in case you want to get rid of this nerd.
Get rid of the nerd. Oh no.
For you, Flakes.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
Wait, literally, how are they using the Starbucks logo? How are they getting away with this?
Josh, is that you?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it is you, Flakes.
Sorry, do I know you?
Do you know me? Flakes, it's me, Eddie.
Oh, Eddie.
Come on, is that how you greet an old friend?
That's such a weird way to pull somebody into a hug. Literally, like, grabs his arm and...
I didn't know we were friends.
Of course we are. Remember I gave you that nickname, Flakes? Ah, jeez, you still got him. What?
No, I don't.
Bro, yes you do. Gross.
Come on, Eddie. We're grown-ups now. Cut it out.
I know, big grown-up here. I'm just teasing you. Relax.
Yeah.
Flakes, so what do you want?
Oh, I already ordered. Is that it?
This? This is a strawberry frappe. A chick's drink. Don't tell me you ordered a strawberry frappe.
Yeah, that's mine. You can see my name on it.
You're still a man, right, Flakes?
What the? No!
Switch genders, did you?
No, Eddie.
No, Eddie.
I like strawberries. Not that there's anything wrong if I...
Yo, this was in his other video. Like, the kid liked strawberry ice cream. And so it was the teacher grooms the kid video, like, right, where the kid's like, they're like, what kind of ice cream do you like? And he's like, I like strawberry. And they're like, oh, well, mate, are you sure you're a boy? Like that, the idea that pro-trans people are gender essentialists who will like force transition on a child based on them liking something like strawberry ice cream, right? It's, anyway, that's a callback. It's a callback to a previous, more transphobic video. This is...
I did. Of course there's not. Here you go, Flakes. Then here's your drink. Wait. 1 minute. Let me make a correction.
What's the correction? He's gonna write Flakes. Oh.
Now I see your name.
Haha, Eddie.
I get the feeling that this guy doesn't actually, you know what I mean? Like, if he was writing people's names on cups every day, he probably would have better penmanship. I don't know.
Please let me have it.
Wait. 1 second.
Okay, so the idea is like just massive disrespect. Oh, was he drinking from it or?
Sorry, just had to make sure it tastes good.
Oh, he was tasting. He was tasting. Okay.
Like strawberries.
See, it's over the top. It's over the top.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Catch you later.
A
Flakes.
wet willy. Oh my god.
Good catching up with you.
That's the freakiest thing in the world, chat. Like I don't know. I feel like somebody did that to me at one point.
Ugh.
You don't have to drink it. You could literally ask. You could literally. You should get your money back and you should get a free drink at this point.
Gosh dang it, Eddie.
I love how they're different. They're just ignoring the power differential. Like, this guy works at Starbucks. This guy's a customer at Starbucks. How would this work out in real life?
Hate that guy. So can you do this for me, please?
Josh, come on, you don't need me and you don't need to do that.
What?
Really desperate.
I am
What?
desperate. You don't understand. This guy in high school made my life miserable, and he hasn't changed. He literally humiliated me at the coffee shop earlier today. He put his finger in his tongue right in my drink. Hey,
We're just seeing what this is. Samir Bhavnani. We haven't watched like his videos in a really long time. He is like one of the strangest and I would say worst YouTubers ever. Right? This guy is like all over the place as far as like even his ideology, right? He's done massively transphobic videos. He's also done videos that were, seem to be like pro-trans, but just like did it really, kind of ham-fistedly. It's the Coffee King. Yeah, this is like a short video and then we're going to watch Destiny.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I just had to see what he came back with. This is his first video coming back from 7 months of hiatus.
Okay. Well, he's a barista.
This is Nurkish tier of content. Wait, what is Nurkish? You got to get me on this Nurkish shit. Eliminate.
The local coffee shop, and you're a rich software engineer.
What's worse, this or Destiny? Good question.
So I think that you've already won.
yeah.
You've got nothing to prove, Josh.
Loser today.
I don't
You've
know.
got nothing to prove.
Please, Angelina, can you just come to the coffee shop with me?
Oh my god, what a weird plot.
Josh, we work together, and I already told you that I have a boyfriend. So, like I said, I cannot be doing. You said that he called you flakes and put his tongue in your drink.
Yes.
Okay, Josh, I will help you, but just this one time.
Thank you, thank you. There.
Okay, so the plan is ready.
Okay, I see.
The plan is ready.
Come on, let's go. Help.
Excuse me again.
Flakes, you're back.
It's Josh, Eddie.
I mean, this is a lot like Darman. I think that do people say that Darman came first, right? Darman was like the original. But Samir is a lot more like Darman tries to be wholesome. Samir will claim to be wholesome. If you go to his channel, he's like the family-friendly videos, and he's even got like a promo for like his daughter's channel. He's set up his daughter as a YouTuber and makes videos with her, right? And he'll advertise that like during these videos and emphasize like, good moral lessons, right? And it's just like I don't know, like no, it's trash. It's bad. It's like it's both salacious. It pushes the envelope, and it's sometimes a little effed up too.
Huh? What? What was that?
Josh, my name
It's
is
a parody of Darman. I don't blame you for thinking that. It does seem like that.
Josh, Eddie.
And who might this lovely lady be?
That's my wife, Eddie.
How did they get this guy to act so weird?
Angelina.
Your wife? You married him?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you must be doing pretty good for yourself, Flakes.
Eddie, again, it's Josh. And yeah, I am. I'm just on lunch with my wife. Trying to get some coffee. So can you please?
Yeah, sure. What can I get you? Another strawberry flap for the lady?
I'll have a medium coffee. Dark.
Same.
Oh, okay. You got it.
Would you say that?
Yeah, he really is a bully.
After 15 years, and he's still on my case.
Seriously, Josh?
What's going on with the sound? Is this an overdub? You're confused. This is weird. No. I mean, like, if this is coming off as weird for you, that you know, it's badly acted. It's badly written. It's made so Samir can make a thumbnail and a title that just like you have to see. You have to be like, you know, nerd. What is it? This one is like nerd dumps coffee on bully. Shocking footage.
Some people just never grow up, but you shouldn't let it bother you.
I know, but still, thank you for coming with me today. But he's really getting jealous.
But chat, get ready, because I have a feeling we're about to learn a moral lesson from Samir.
He is a winner. I am.
I just don't know what that lesson's gonna be.
I'm excited for this coffee, though.
For the lovely lady.
Like, see, like, here's the thing. If this guy is really like this, you don't drink anything that he brings you, right? If he is willing to do stuff that could get him fired from his job, then yeah, all bets are off. Don't drink the. He obviously, like, you know, is still trying to bully this guy after however many years, and like, I don't know. I don't think you should drink what he's bringing you.
My number's on the cup in case you want to get rid of this nerd. For you.
Oh, there we go. There we go. He left his number on the cup to. Ready for the moral lesson? Wait, it was hot coffee! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, if that was hot coffee, he's in trouble. What is up with the editing? Huh? What the fuck? What the actual fuck?
That's what you get. I'm your barista at a coffee shop. I'm the CEO of $1 billion software company.
Not for long. You just burned that guy's face. You're gonna get fired from your $1 billion software company. He burned him. Yo, dude, he's gonna get in trouble. The cops are gonna come for him now. Oh my god. What is that? That's a Corvette.
Bite you in the. You can also follow me on Facebook,
What?
where you see some exclusive content on there. And if you want to, you can also follow me. You in the. You can also follow. Don't be a bully. You don't know when it'll come back and bite you in the. You can also follow me on Facebook, where
You don't know where it'll come back. His editing has gone to
see
shit.
some exclusive content on there.
Like, I don't know if that was a mistake or if it was supposed to be come back and bite you in the, and he doesn't want to say ass. But it's like, you've said worse. You've talked about a husband dying from a woman's fart. You've been massively transphobic. Like, I don't know why he would stop with ass. Like, he's not going to say ass though.
And if you want to see behind the scenes, remember to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. And always remember to
I'm thinking Samir is not okay.
share this video to keep spreading
He
positive.
is not okay. He's not even pitching his daughter's channel anymore. Samir is not okay. Although I do think I need that that version. I think I need that cut out if I ever do a segment or a video on Samir. I'm gonna need that. It's gonna be important. All right, let's do the destiny.
And eventually, I think Saudi was like, okay, fuck it. And now
I've put this off as long as I possibly could because I hate covering. I gotta be honest, I don't like covering Destiny's content, but I will do it, chat. I will do it for you.
I think that Saudi Arabia and the Houthi government in Yemen are trying to kind of like
Oh wait,
normalize.
so that's it's funny because he hits on the same points as Vosh, but with a little extra racism, I guess.
They said you showed a Nazi Twitter reel.
Christians go to Israel to serve Jews. This is who Hasan is quoting. Notice how he never actually addresses the fact that he gets misinformation about me from Nazis.
Spoiler: the Nazi misinformation isn't about the situation at hand. It's about destiny, right? That some Fuentes fanboy actually had this information. So yeah, I mean,
He completely and totally pivoted to like not even true statements in order to defend that behavior.
Aligning with Lauren Southern, who
Aligning?
Aligning? Holy shit, my dude. What makes you think I'm aligning? Just because I resurrected her career from the ashes? Aligning? I can't do the chat. I know, like, if I do the faces, I'm gonna look terrible. If I do the Destiny face. Aligning? Excuse me? Okay, I'm hurting my voice. I'm hurting my voice.
Anything. I'm pretty sure every stream conversation was finding her arguing about shit. Are there videos of me talking about how, like, well,
Every stream conversation as I brought her back from literal irrelevance.
actually,
We were disagreeing with, yeah, that's right. You brought Lauren Southern on so you could slay the dragon again and again and again, performatively put yourself in opposition to a mask-off racist, right? So anybody who thinks Destiny's racist because all the racist things that he said is going to now see, but he's disagreeing with Lauren Southern. Here he is being a big hero, right? I mean, like, he did debate her back in the day too, didn't he? She was in that like massive, there's like one debate that may be the peak of Destiny, like as far as most people are concerned. People that enjoyed Destiny's content, you know, the peak of that seems to have been when he was debating, you know, JonTron, Baked Alaska, like all these different people early on, and it kind of culminated in a massive, I think it was a 10v1, if I'm not mistaken. I think there was like 10 people now do an impression of Zach doing an impression of RFK. I can't do that. I cannot do that. Especially since, like, I think RFK's voice is like that. Is it because I think it's because of cancer or something? I can't remember what it was, but is it cancer? It's a health condition that RFK has. But yeah, I know the impression you're talking about.
Europa was just defending the continent from foreign invaders. They were just doing what they felt was right. Is it really that bad if they're firing missiles at merchant ships off the coast? Oh, sorry. The Houthis did that. My bad.
death threats that I get from dudes you align with.
Hold on.
You just compared what? Opposing refugees finding safe haven to opposing a genocide. Destiny, what's wrong with you? He's connecting Europa, the organization that Lauren Southern, I guess, partnered with, worked with, did film and, filmed something with, and we're trying to harass like a boat full of refugees, right? He just compared that to opposing genocide. That is wild, Destiny. That's fucking wild.
How?
Is he a proud sociopath? Good question, right? So Destiny's famous for taking something called a dark triad inventory. If you don't know, the dark triad is a psychological term which encompasses, let's see, what is it again? Like sociopathy. Oh my god, can anybody help me here? I can't remember them. It's sociopathy is like one of them. I'm gonna have to look this up. I can't remember. It's been a while. But it always comes up in relation to Destiny. It always seems to come up in relation to Destiny. Triad. Narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy. That's what we're talking about, right? That's what the dark triad is. It's a psychological term, and it I think has to do with antisocial personality disorder. Like, I mean, I have taken a psych class, believe it or not. Psychopathy being impulsive, emotionally cold, remorseless. Machiavellianism, manipulative, self-interested, domineering. Narcissism, grandiosity, perceived superiority, and entitlement, right? And so there's inventories that you can take for the dark triad to see like how you score in these different aspects of the dark triad. And I think it's used in diagnosing things like antisocial personality disorder. There's like 2 types, aren't there? There's like I feel like there's 2 types. Like, isn't that there's like a type 1 and type 2 of, if I remember correctly, but regardless, right? There's an inventory you can take, right? So Destiny famously took this inventory on stream, and I don't know if he was joking or like what he's doing, or if this is like Destiny trying to be like the Kevin Spacey character from House of Cards. What's his name? Frank something. I can't remember. Oh my god, I can't remember anything, Chad. I can't remember anything. Dark Triad sounds science-based, like twin flames, right? Whoopsie. We need to get that whoopsie. I think it's my fault that we haven't gotten that yet. I don't remember, but I remember Destiny talking about it. Yeah, Frank Underwood. Yeah. Like he just wants to be like oh, I got a dark side. You know, that's his deal with that, right? So he takes it once, right? And you know, he kind of fills it out with his good personality, like, you know, as a good person, and he scores really low, right? Because good people score low in those things. And he shows it to Melina. Sorry. I'm not trying to compare Destiny to Trump. He shows this to Melina, and Melina's like, oh yeah, you know, right? And then Melina goes and does something, and Destiny comes back to the stream, and he's like, okay, boys, it's time to take it for real. And he takes it again, and he scores like really high on all these things. Now I don't know which Destiny is the correct Destiny. Which is the real Destiny? I don't know. Which one was he joking on? Was he tricking Melina, or was he like trying to make himself look like a badass to his chat? Which I don't know. Like demonstrating your antisocial personality traits is exactly the flex that you think it is. But regardless, that's his dark triad, the Destiny dark triad.
Rich. I'm not only responsible for my audience, I'm responsible for Nick Fuentes' audience? Meanwhile, Hasan's not even responsible for his own audience on his co-host for a show that had to end because he couldn't rein in the hatred?
That was the problem, right? That was the problem. It was Hasan's audience's reaction to the things that Ethan even apologized for.
That he was inspiring?
Do you care that your chat is calling me racist? Don't you have moderators? Do you care at all about what your audience...
I believe that Ethan inspired quite a bit of hatred on Twitter, if I remember correctly.
Oh, no. 32,000 people in here right now. The reason why people are saying that is because of the conflations that you made, Ethan. That's why, like, I can't.
What's wrong with that he said? Literally, the reaction to Ethan is due to Ethan's actions, particularly the Twitter rampage. Do people remember the Twitter rampage that Ethan went on? And like, I feel like he said some fucked up shit on that.
Stop people from viewing you a certain way if you're gonna make these comparisons.
Look, I can think of examples of streamers that I don't have a particular problem with, but who have acted a certain way in view of my chat, and my chat has decided that they do not like this person, right? And that is a person that I do not bring on, even if I, you know, on some level understand them. That's what Hasan claims about Ethan, is that, like, you know, yeah, the stuff that Ethan said was fucked up. You know, some of the reaction of the audience is due to that shit. But he still maintains that he thinks Ethan is a good person, right? That's a real. I can't save, you know, a streamer that does shit like that from my audience not like it. There's literally nothing I can do.
They've heard from actually racist people.
What does this even mean? I hate these animals so much. I'm never watching this interview.
Oh my god, that's a great clip. I mean, that's out of context, right?
Its entirety to break it down.
Because it's gonna trigger the out of me.
Oh, it's Abba.
To watch it for that reason.
How long is the interview?
They win over on these ships, and they win them over with their charm, and they make them hate America and the U.S. government.
That's so
yeah, bro. I'm sure that people that work on international trade ships are huge haters of the United States.
Look at this insulated person who's not aware of how the United States looks in the eyes of the vast majority of the world, that is not aware of how this conflict looks in the eyes of the vast majority of the world. Look at this guy. Just so sure that these the crew and the ship captains, I mean, they're like definitely pro-American because America opens up those lanes, opens up those shipping lanes for them. Toot toot, right? That's right. They love Uncle Sam. Everyone loves us, Destiny.
States of America, whose
what the fuck kind of 1950s mentality about how America is seen in the world does this guy even have?
Navy and Air Force guarantee like free passage towards anything we get our fingers on, and they actually they think the Houthis are based that shoot random terrorist drones at ships trying to pass through the like. Thank you for
look. These people have a job to do, and it involves maritime trade. However, I think that there's more likelihood that they understand that this is like the only material attempt to put pressure on the United States and Israel to actually do something about the growing humanitarian crisis, the ungodly numbers of people, numbers of civilians slaughtered, right?
Coming on
anyway,
educating us.
Anyway.
That's good. Okay, so what does he think about American?
I mean, like, if Hasan's audience thought that this was my conversation with Nick Fuentes and Lawrence Southern, I could understand why they would hate me. I would hate me if
I mean, like, dude, it's not so much your conversation. It's not like the Nick Fuentes is like, oh, actually, I think racism is kind of based. And Destiny was like, haha, did you ever consider not being racist? Like, right? I don't think there was any, I don't think Destiny was like agreeing with that stuff, but it's just like, what you did was you disagreed with him in such a civil way that it took somebody that is one of the most like dangerous people on the planet, that espouses not like a really scary genocidal Christofascism that would have a lot of us in camps, right? And made him somebody you can fist bump and somebody Melina can make cookies for, right? And those apparently were not figurative cookies. Those it wasn't a metaphor. They were actually cookies.
by conversations like those.
Wait, what Twitter Nazi did I use against Destiny?
Oh, is Hasan pretending now that is Hasan about to realize that all the negative information he gets about me is from literal griper accounts on Twitter? Oh no.
That is some Keffel's ass shit. And I say that thinking that, having thought that maybe Destiny did not indulge in the same level of bullshit like gaslighting as Keffel's, but I don't know. Everybody that hates me is a Kiwi farmer versus everybody that hates me is a groiper.
Oh.
Destiny knows a thing or two about having a prominent Nazi talk about how he wants to murder me, and then laughing it off and posting it on LSF, and then celebrating said Nazi who gave literally thousands of dollars to defend other Nazis, so he can miss me with this shit.
What is who's he talking about? I don't know, is this a Fuentes reference, or is this a reference to something else, or Sam Hyde?
You got anyone you want to call out in the heavyweight division?
There he is. Now, I mentioned him before, chat, if you remember. This was a little while ago. I believe I mentioned Sam Hyde. Was it Thursday? Yeah, here it is. Since when is it based to hide behind a hypothetical to say that someone makes you want to unalive them? I would unironically, and I used unironically, I would unironically respect Coward Destiny more if he went the Sam Hyde route and challenged Hasan to get in the ring. Now, as you may or may not remember, right, this resulted in no small amount of coping. No small amount of coping from Destiny's, from at least one member of Destiny's community. Oh, I can't find this. Maybe they deleted it. They kind of embarrassed themselves, right? But this person ended up they ended up arguing with Vamps and just like absolutely disgracing themselves. Is it down here? Aren't you advocating for settling issues with violence by saying that there should be fighting? No, I'm not. I'm not saying that Sam Hyde is based. The reason that I'm mentioning Sam Hyde is that Destiny's route, Destiny's choice, is even more despicable than Sam Hyde's weird clout scary, kind of scary clout chasing. Like, he pretended to like stalk Hasan, right, to try to get him to get in the ring and do a creator clash with him that obviously Hasan had no interest in. But yeah, you know, just some choice there he is.
Oh, you know it, lad. You know that, Hasan Piker. I'm coming to kill you.
Okay, that I disavow that. You shouldn't threaten people, even if you're joking.
Is Sam Hyde a Nazi? Ugh, he's edgy, and I don't know if Sam Hyde is a Nazi.
I mean, but just understand this is a Destiny video, so YouTube, if you're coming after anybody, come after Destiny first.
Sure. The weird shit with the journalist a while ago was definitely weird, but I don't know.
Is Sam Hyde a Nazi? Jesus.
Okay. They said you showed a Nazi's Twitter reel.
I wonder if that's a Griper account.
Wikipedia research stream.
God, his stream is so noisy.
Looking good.
You hear this?
Sean Strickland outlines his issues with the LGBT community. 10 years ago to be trans with mental illness. There's a mental fucking illness. Do you agree with Sean? Groups of American Christians go to Israel to serve
Wait, is Censored Man's like an Andrew Tate guy, right?
Jews. This is who Hasan is quoting? He acts, what the fuck?
Wait, is that Censored Man? Is that who that is? Also, I think we might have, so Destiny was looking at a video of Hasan that at first I couldn't find, but just because I can't find it, like, understand this, anybody that's sus and you've got something to hide, right? If you're evil and you're on the rise, you can count on the fact that just because I can't find something doesn't mean that Zara won't find it. And Zara, in fact, found the video. Oh my God, it's archived. What the fuck? And you know, wait, maybe next time we'll download it. Maybe next time I'll download it right when Sarah gives me the link. But yeah, we would have had it for you. It's been archived. God damn it. Do you know what Streamable is? It's like a platform where you can upload stuff and then send people links to it. So say you don't want to make something public, right? You just want to share it with friends, or say that you want to make clips of a certain no comment chick and spread them around to convince large content creators not to have anything to do with her, right? You can put it on Streamable, right? It's one of those kind of websites, right? That's what Streamable is for. Unfortunately, I can't show it to you because it's. Wait.
Listen.
What? Wait, can I see? I can see it on. Oh my God, chat! We can hear it. Oh, this is so annoying. I can still hear it.
Do with you using a
Can you hear this?
These tweets against D. Apparently, that's what I read on Reddit, and then it clicked off. Shrug. Wait, what Twitter Nazi did I use?
So we've kind of got it.
Destiny knows a thing or two about having a prominent Nazi talk about how he wants to fucking murder me, and then, you know, laughing it off and posting it on LSF, and then celebrating said Nazi who gave literally thousands of dollars to defend other fucking Nazis, so he can miss me with this shit. Okay.
So I think that Destiny thinks that this is sick. Can you hear this? Okay, you can hear it. Yeah. I'm sorry I can't show it to you. It's like I can see it in Discord, but it's just us on stream. There's not really a visual element. I'll let you know if anything comes on visually.
Okay. They said you showed a Nazi's Twitter reel. Yeah, remember when Destiny fucking literally had a prominent white nationalist loser on a stream, and where he talked about how he fantasized about fucking murdering me, and how his community literally loves him and defends him all the time, despite the fact that he's given $5,000 to another Nazi's defense? Suck my dick. This is what is so frustrating about Oh, having this conversation with people who are deeply unserious. They do not have any fucking real frameworks that they operate off of. It's just like fuck Hasan and that's it. So it's so stupid when chatters come in here and finally fucking make me blow my lid, dude. Why? He literally had chicken and waffles with a fucking Nazi.
Okay, so that's Fuentes.
When his career was dead, by the way, the neo-Nazi
That's true.
career was dead. He revitalized it. Okay? The idea that, like, yeah, I can't believe he fucking revived the career of a dead neo-Nazi's career because it made good content. It had chicken and waffles together. His ex-wife hung out with him. You know what I mean?
And that's the problem with Destiny. He thinks about himself first and foremost. He doesn't care about the effect of his platform, right? In fact, he's going to cope about this. He's going to give his excuse for why it was okay for him to resurrect Fuentes' career and you know, deny resurrecting Lauren Southern's career, but he absolutely did.
Fucking sick.
Like, I compare this to
aligning with Lauren.
Is it Zelda where, like, if you die on the grave of the bad guy, you, like, or like Harry Potter's like this too, right? The bad guy can come back to life. That actually works with people like Lauren Southern and Nick Fuentes. Destiny, not only did he bring Nick Fuentes on and do content with him for a long time, he lost a debate to Nick Fuentes, right? He was largely perceived as losing a debate to Nick Fuentes, right? That is a huge way to you know, to resurrect the dead career of a Nazi like him.
Southern, who straight up was not allowed to go into certain countries because
he named his kids, but not Beyonce, because she's Destiny's Child. Wait, I gotta do the anti-corporatist. I've got to give you the. There you go.
Jew flag, Jew flag, Jew flag.
Oh my God! Back to Destiny. Jeez.
Her defense of Europe, I guess, alongside Identity Europa.
But he's looking at, so that's Censored Men. I believe that the Cavernacle just talked about this account. Censored Men on Twitter.
Operation that Lauren Southern personally went and got on fucking, I think it was Italian ships to throw flares at incoming migrant boats. Something she was very proud of. Something that she actually filmed herself doing. You cannot come in here and tell me about, like, Nazi this, Nazi that, when you're palling around with these people and trying to fuck them and also eating chicken and waffles with them. Get the fuck out of here. These people have made documentaries about their white supremacist values. Okay? Come on, dog. Get the fuck out of here. It's so funny when people are,
oh my God, no,
falling around with these fucking dipshits. But then again,
let's get rid of the sound.
White guys that love defending the usage of the N-word, turning around and saying, "Oh, you know what's really racist? Actually, the term worm, dude. That's actually what's racist." It's like, okay, well, every single member of your
do you remember this?
A fucking cockroach or a turtle.
Like, I'm not gonna.
An Israeli.
In between.
I'm not gonna say the. Oh my God, let me pause this.
How is that appropriate? Like, who?
Okay, so I'm not gonna say the word because I feel like Twitch has probably banned people over this. But there's a word that starts with a G and rhymes with Usano, and it's a word that's used in Cuba and, you know, some other Latin American countries, and it essentially is a combination of, like, you know, rich and chud. Like, that's the sense. Like a wealthy, like, far right political person. That's generally what it means. Now, I've said before that, like, it's not a slur because it's not speaking to, it's not differentiating along race. It is differentiating along class and politics, right? I do think it's kind of weird though for, you know, for like Anglo people in the US to use it, just because it's like it's just kind of a strange, a bizarre cultural appropriation, right? But But so I don't use the word, but yeah, this is the word that that Destiny felt like was a slur, and it's definitely not.
Can actually
I'm on YouTube. That's right. I'm not on Twitch. I'm not on Twitch. It literally means worm, but it's just like it's like a saying. It's like a turn of the phrase.
Racist here. Get the fuck out of here. I don't give a shit because like who gives a fuck? Yeah, Turk Roach. It's really funny. All you've done is shown me that you're a fucking 4chan loser who's like 40 years old and desperately clinging on to the halcyon days of 4chan. Like, oh, we memed Donald Trump into the presidency. We can.
So, like, I don't know. Like, at this point, I'm like, is he talking about Destiny? Is he talking about Sam Hyde? Is he talking about Fuente? He's not talking about Fuentes. Fuentes is not 40 years old. It could definitely be Sam Hyde. It could definitely be Destiny. I'm not sure.
Do it again. That's all that shows me when you use Turk Roach or Cockroach.
Okay, so he's saying this against somebody called. Wow, that's a slur that I've never heard before. Did you get that?
Christ. So funny that this community can still whip up enough support from dumbass fucking liberals who go, oh, that's right. Maybe Hasan is racist. Maybe Hasan is actually, an anti-white racist. I'm white, man. I'm white. The fuck do you mean anti-white racist? Dumb fucks. Yeah, the largest post on X was a cockroach being electrocuted. The last post about me on Twitter is a cockroach being electrocuted. But it's
I don't actually see any visual cues. I was hoping the visual cues would help us figure out what who I think he's talking about somebody on Twitter that called him a slur.
Again, it's funny because anyone that knows those memes is literally the biggest, most ginormous loser of all time. So it's just
Yeah, liberal is a slur. Liberal pejorative. Well, thank you, Zara, for finding this. I might actually I don't know, I might actually like try to cut a clip of this.
Isn't even used outside of US, right? It's a very specific 4chan slur. Yeah, exactly. It's not. It's funny more than it is a real slur because it's only used by like the stupidest people of all time. The biggest fucking losers, which is precisely the reason why it does not offend me. The roach racist meme was invented on 4chan by a Russian operative after Erdogan killed that Russian pilot. Oh. Anyway. Let's continue.
Okay, so that's the Hasan clip from Streamable. Thank you, Zara, for finding that. Seriously. I would not have known how to get a hold of that. Because yeah, it's literally like you can't search it normally. You have to know the address. Go back to Destiny here.
Colonial, I'm sorry, Colonel, admits using tank fire in civilian infrastructure. This
Colonial.
Israeli war,
That's what the Colonial said. Anyway.
The Israeli Secret Intelligence Service, acronym ISIS. Oh!
Okay, so he found...
in some ways I say they're probably really happy right now, but in other ways they're probably like super molding. Like again, imagine if you're like Fuentes and you see like all of the anti-Semitic shit now, and you're like...
I mean, look, this is like White Nervosa level shit, right? Remember when White Nervosa was surprised that I knew the lore on her? Vosh's sysadmin was surprised that I knew that, she got her start in helping Vosh deny the, sexual harassment that he had done on Discord, and I found the logs to that. I found the screenshots to that. I found them on Google, right? But White Nervosa accused me, said like the only way that you could have possibly found those is through the farms, right? and then she like challenged me to, you know, find them, and I'm like, they're right here on Google. There, you type in White Nervosa, Vosh, I think maybe even Vosh Intelligence Association, which is what these assholes were calling themselves back then, and you find it on Google. You don't have to do, it's nothing special, right? It's not, I'm not a tech person at all. I am a huge boomer when it comes to tech. But yeah, don't turn. Anyway, it's the same shit. It's the same shit. You know, if you've got this dirt on me, it must be because, you know, you got it from some sussy people. That's essentially what Destiny's saying.
But Kanye West is like, I should have waited a couple years. I would have been gold.
Yeah, remember when Destiny literally...
Also, remember, oh God, I can't wait to do this with Greenwald. Make people own it before they do the whataboutisms. Make people own it. Okay, hold on, wait. You want to say Destiny quoted Nazis? Okay, sure, that's fine. Maybe he did, but you admit then that you do, right? As long as it's convenient, you quote Nazis, right? That's okay, right? Make him own that before like hopping to the whataboutism.
They said you showed a Nazi's Twitter reel? Yeah, remember when Destiny literally had a prominent white nationalist loser on a stream and where he talked about how he fantasized about murdering me? And how his community literally loves him and defends him all the time, despite the fact that he's given $5,000.
Wait, what?
Talked about how he fantasized about murdering me and how his community literally loves him and defends him all the time.
My community defends Sam Hyde all the time? Wait, what? I feel like we're kind of like...
They generally call him...
neutral.
No. If Sam Hyde comes up, especially in context of Hasan, you're going to see based. You're going to see like a bunch of people posting based.
Some of his stuff is funny or like ambivalent at best. Do we love Sam Hyde? I think it was funny when he did the, I'm going to kill you. I mean, that was obviously funny. I think most of my community probably thinks Sam Hyde is a Nazi. Wait, he's talking about Fuentes now? Wait. No, he said fantasize about... Wait, he said fantasize about killing me. Isn't he referring to Sam Hyde on the boxing stage?
Literally had a prominent white nationalist loser on a stream and where he talked about how he fantasized about murdering me.
Or wait, did Fuentes talk about murdering Hasan? I think he's talking about Sam Hyde.
And how his community literally loves him and defends him all the time, despite the fact that he's given $5,000 to another Nazi's defense.
It's a little bit confusing
because he's talking about like a donation or some shit now.
Based on Hasan using the pronouns rather than saying the person's name.
Was Sam Hyde ever in your stream? Yeah, I think I interviewed him like 2 or 3 years ago or something. Yeah.
Oh, having this conversation with people who are deeply...
Notice how he never actually addresses the fact that he gets misinformation about me from Nazis. He completely and totally pivoted to like not even true statements in order to defend that behavior. Good job. Projector, Hamas projection.
You make it sound like he went over to the like secret Nazi coffee shop and he was like, yo guys, you know, have you got any dirt on Destiny? Can you share some of that dirt on Destiny? He's going over there and who fist bumped a Nazi? Destiny. Who fist bumped with a Nazi? Literally you. Literally you.
Unserious. They do not have any
Projector Piker.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. No. Okay, we got to be real careful. Featuring Projector Piker. Yo, you're so smart. Don't you feel so smart? Your editor thinks you're smart, Destiny. That's why they put this stupid bumper music in for you. Asshole.
Oh, it's so
like his America foreign policy takes. Nice.
Nice. America bad.
When chatters come in here and finally make me blow my lid, dude. Why? He literally had chicken and waffles with a Nazi, a prominent neo-Nazi. When his career was dead, by the way. The neo-Nazi's career was dead.
The difference is that I didn't support anything Nick was saying. I wasn't asking Nick, like, man.
Yeah, you were using him for content.
Election, like, good luck, guys. Like, you guys.
You were using him for content. You ate chicken and waffles with him to be like a fucking edgelord, right? You were using the guy for content, and you didn't care if it helped resurrect his fucking career. What?
They're so based. Fuentes, you know who I think Nick Fuentes is like? He reminds me a lot of Gohan, you know? Definitely. Can you translate? Tell him he reminds me of Gohan from the Cell Saga, you know? Yeah.
Look, I gotta say it, okay? Destiny's not beating the fake weeb allegations. Gohan. Okay, from the Cell Saga. He said from the Cell Saga. That is like, that's the one saga that you could like, where Gohan was not a complete disappointment. Anyway.
He revitalized it. Okay?
My face when Kanye West was just watching my stream, waiting. Who am I going to put in my campaign? And he was like, oh, Destiny had Nick on. Maybe that's a good guy I can grab.
The idea that, like, yeah, I can't believe he f***ing revived the career of a dead neo-Nazi's career.
I don't think his career was dead. The point when I started talking to Nick, I mean, he was already, his whole Groyper community was already spamming Sneeko. So he was going to get on Sneeko regardless, because Sneeko will talk to almost anybody, or back then would. I don't think I revived his career. Probably helped a bit. The Kanye West stuff would have happened with or without me, and his career would have been destroyed with or without me after the Kanye West stuff. Because Milo Yiannopoulos was the one that dragged him into, Milo was the one that dragged Nick into the Kanye shit, I think.
Because it made good content. It had chicken and waffles together.
That's it. That's
His
it.
ex-wife hung out with him. You know what I mean? F***ing sick. While also simultaneously aligning with Lauren Southern, who...
Aligning with? Wait, excuse me? On what? On just like what? The Canadian native indigenous populations debate? What do you mean aligning with? I don't know if I agreed with her on a single take on anything.
On just that? That's a pretty big alignment. Also, yeah, there's another career that Destiny helped. There's somebody who had nothing going for them, that had literally just like let their shit slip and basically retired from content for a few years. And of course, Destiny's there to, you know, pick her up again on the other side of it.
I'm pretty sure every stream conversation was fighting or arguing about shit. I see everyone do this feigned exasperation thing. Hasan's doing it now. Katie just did it. Ricada, last debate. Instead of arguing, they just huff, sigh, roll their
Wait, that's like, he does that constantly.
eyes and act shocked that anyone disagrees with them.
He's got to cop to this. This is basically his thing. Like, he's known, chat. He's known for like this shit, like right on the thumbnail. Like, you know, he's got to like, that's how he does his thing. That's how he shows you how bad the other person is that he's debating against, is like how he, you know, head palms to show exasperation.
I can understand somebody like doing that. I probably do that sometimes.
Yes, you do this all the time. You do this all the time.
I get frustrated when people do it when somebody says something incredibly simple or like asks a very simple question. Like, hold on, do you support Hamas?
Oh.
It's like, what? Are you okay?
It's a very simple question. It's a very useful rhetorical trick to you know, imply that somebody supports Hamas if they do not fully support quote unquote Israel defending itself, which so far has cost a quarter of 100K lives, a quarter of 100,000 lives. Like,
but
straight up was not allowed to go into with Lauren Southern, who straight up was not allowed to go into certain countries because of her defense of Europe, I guess, alongside Identity Europa, a real white nationalist operation.
True. Did I support any of that? Are there videos of me talking about how, like, well, actually, excuse me, Europa was just defending the continent from foreign invaders. They were just doing what they felt was right. Like, I mean, is it really that?
Destiny, you took a fucking field trip with her. Like, you didn't just like bring her on to, like, you know, have one debate with her. You brought her on again and again and again. You did resurrect her career.
Bad if they're firing missiles at merchant ships off the coast. Oh, sorry. The Houthis did that. My bad. Oh, and Hasan supports that. Oh, shit. Wait, Hasan supports shooting missiles at merchant ships, but he thinks it's bad if people sail out in a tugboat and fail to stop anything. Huh, weird. Crazy how... Well,
and here we go again. Here we go again. Yeah, I wonder what the difference... Let me explain to you, since you don't seem to be able to grasp this, what the difference is. Trying to prevent refugees from landing in a way that puts them in danger, right? Versus trying to stop a genocide? If you can't see what's difference between these two things, then you're even more of a clown than I thought. Clownstony.
And I didn't even support the mission that the Europa people did because they were all white nationalists. They were retarded. And I made fun of them for the fact that they were literally trying to stop illegal immigrants, and they were illegal immigrants because they were doing shit outside the coast of Italy that I'm pretty sure they got banned from the country for doing. Like, they weren't technically illegal immigrants.
Yeah, I bet that was some pretty good content.
Like, they didn't have clearance to do that. Like, how crazy. Yeah, this is the web in real time. You can keep hitting on that Lauren Southern and Nick Fuentes shit, but you're never going to find tweets of me saying, like, you know what? Actually...
Yeah, you can keep trying, Destiny, but you're never going to beat those allegations. You do shit for content and for no other reason. You've got no sense of social responsibility. You've got no concern for your responsibility on your platform, right? It's just all about, like, it's pure content brain. That's all this guy sees. He doesn't even regard the stuff that he's talking about as real. He doesn't even regard the Nazis that he's talking to as being as dangerous as they actually are. Like, you talk to people, Destiny, they can get people killed.
Groypers are based, bro. Actually, Project Europa, that was based, bro. Actually, I super support. You're never gonna find me supporting that shit. Because my first exchange with all these people was debate, and the majority of my exchange with all these people was debate. I'm not sitting.
Yeah, but like, there's a difference between debating them one time, which you did back in the day. You debated like Lauren Southern, maybe more than once, but you know, there's a difference between that and becoming like a streaming partner, literally turning this person into. God damn it! Like, for a while, Lauren Southern felt like a Destiny orbiter, and functionally she was. And functionally, she was. When you get your fucking relevance back from Destiny, what else do you call that?
Like, oh my god.
What else do you call that besides an orbiter?
Bro, you're just like this one anime, and you're so, like, fucking hot. And, like, if I could give you my twink, I would let you f it, because, like, I think that would help the Houthis. Just, like, bombing merchant ships, like, stops Israel from the genocide in Gaza, bro. And you're like...
Okay, now he's literally doing the, now he's, like, literally doing the Israel Saturday Night Live thing. He's literally doing the blue hair, the purple hair sketch. The unfunny. Anyway.
I just want to make this guy seem like a human, guys. That's so bad. Like, God, it's such a weird,
of Europe, I guess, alongside Identity Europa, a real white.
I just want to make this guy seem like a human, implying that the guy's not human. Based on what? Based on his nationality. Jesus Christ, Destiny.
Nationalist operation that Lauren Southern personally went and got on, I think it was Italian.
Why is he describing this with so much detail? Like, I supported any of this. Like, what?
In ships to throw flares at incoming migrant boats. Something she was very proud of. Something that she actually...
Adam Cohen. In Jordan, 67% of Muslims believe that one should be stoned to death for adultery.
Oh, I love this. I love this. Taking polls in different, like, Muslim countries in order to justify war crimes. In order to justify whatever action that you say needs to be taken. That's wild.
The number is 51% in Thailand. 86% of Egyptians believe in death for apostasy. That number is 62% in Malaysia. Is that really 86% in Egypt? That sounds wild. Is that actually true? Article 64 of the Egyptian Constitution enshrines freedom of belief, which states it's absolute. The article states the freedom of practicing religious rituals and establishing places of worship for the followers of revealed religions is a right organized by law. Egypt has no statutory ban on apostasy. Oh, wait, that's kind of weird. What does it mean when you say you don't have a ban on apostasy? Wait, so are you allowed to apostatize people? Oh, no, wait, I'm sorry, I'm being retarded. Apostasy is just leaving, wait, right? Apostasy is just when you leave a religion, not when you're killed for leaving a religion. So this is good, yeah, wait. Wait, so do they actually kill people in Egypt for... I thought Egypt was a little bit more chill. But I might be partial. As an American, when I see strong leaders, okay, I'm just like, you know what, bro? I respect it. That's why, as Americans, okay, I can respect where the Soviet citizens are coming from. I understand the country you miss, the empire, okay, Dragunov, Rocky.
Wait.
And I respect it. You know, I'm gonna be honest, okay. After reading so much about Nasser,
Okay, so when he says the Soviet citizens, I think he's talking about there's a group of people in Russia, right, who are often compared to like the sovereign citizens of the United States. If you don't know, a sovereign citizen is somebody that believes in a whole bunch of legal mumbo jumbo that you could basically declare yourself outside of the jurisdiction of law enforcement, and if you're driving a car, you can, if you say the right magic words, you could avoid paying a ticket. If you say the right magic words to the IRS, you can avoid paying taxes, right? In Russia, they think that these group of people think that if you have Soviet Union on your passport, which you will if you were born in the Soviet Union, if Russia was the country was the Soviet Union at the time when you were born, your passport will still say Soviet Union. These people think they can show their passports with Soviet Union on it and say, I am not a citizen of the Russian Federation. I am a citizen of the Soviet Union, which was illegally dissolved, and therefore none of your laws apply to me. It's just Russian. It's chuds of another flavor. I mean, it's basically the Russian version of sovereign citizens. I think that's what he's talking about.
Listen, my American imperialist came out. I'm like, you know what? I get it. Okay, Egyptians seem like proud peoples. So are Turks. They still are today.
I'm a citizen. That's right. I'm a citizen of the earth. I'm a citizen of the universe. Sovereign citizens are on some magical thinking pseudo-legal conspiracy shit. Yeah, it's wild.
But
it is wild.
I don't know the status of how like fundamentalist Egyptians are when it comes to their Muslim faith. I truly don't know. The 2010 Pew Research poll showed that 84% of Egyptian Muslims believe those who leave Islam should be punished by death. I wonder how this like plays out. Like, do they just believe it? Do they actually do it?
He pops his lips. Is he trying to put, did he just put on lip balm? I feel like I could use more lipstick.
During the trial of the murderers, Al-Azhar scholar Muhammad al-Ghazali, I think they usually second to last syllable, right? Testified that when the state fails to punish apostates, someone else has to do it. It's usually the last one. Fodah's eldest daughter defended her father, challenging his accusers to find a single text in his writings against Islam. Wait, did they not get wait, hold on. What happened? His killers were released last year as part of a pardon for more than 500 inmates issued by Islamist president Mohammed Morsi. Oof. After how long were they in prison for? If they were in prison for it happened in 92. It said that they were released last year, and this article was written in 2013. So they were held in jail for 10 or 15 years? Name one Egyptian that's not a politician. What about the one guy from The Prince of Egypt? I never watched that movie.
I thought he was gonna say
Math moment. Well, the militants killed him in 92, but I don't know when they went to jail. I don't know if that takes years or what that process looks like. Okay. I also do repeat that some people in chat were giving examples of Muslim majority countries that aren't theocracies. I've seen that written a lot, that basically all of them are, but maybe that's not true. Maybe we can go and look at that up at some point so I know. Alec Baldwin got indicted yesterday. Oh shit. I wonder what for. Once after the original case against him was dismissed. Do you think it, I wonder if it could be for, like,
Chat, did the Vyvanse run out?
Maybe?
He's kind of spreading. I don't know. I do this too. I'm no one to...
New Mexico indicted on a charge of involuntary manslaughter, reviving criminal case. The indictment, which came exactly 1 year after the first involuntary manslaughter was announced, was the latest reversal of fortune. The local district attorney's case fell apart, and the initial charge against was dismissed, but a new prosecution came decided to present a case to the grand jury. New Mexico involuntary manslaughter conviction on a charge like this. Mr. Baldwin, who both starred in and was a producer of Rust at Western Continue, is not responsible. What does the indictment look like? The prosecution determined that he must have pulled the trigger for it to go off, contributing to their decision to revive the criminal case. I feel like I've thought like 3 different things about whether he needed to pull that trigger or not. Like, I think we thought he did, and then there was another report that said it didn't because it was broke, and then another one came out and it actually did. What was the... Does anybody remember the final...
I'll be honest, chat, I have not paid attention to the Alec Baldwin thing.
Issued a new report. Oh, August 16th. We might have already read this exact article. The actor must have pulled the trigger. The gun was broken, but the FBI says they broke it. Oh, really? The FBI investigation, I think, said it could fire when dropped, for example, and the gun broke during testing. Oh, I didn't hear that at all. I wonder how far away they are. Shooting somebody and killing them in one shot. It's like this is kind of dark, but it's like a really impressive shot. If you actually aimed and shot and killed the person, like, how fucking unlucky do you have to be? Jesus Christ. Prosecutors have been skeptical of the claim that he didn't pull the trigger, and in January, Mr. Baldwin was charged with involuntary manslaughter in connection with the case. A new set of prosecutors dismissed the charges against him in April, saying new evidence against the gun been rehearsing with that day might have been modified, potentially making an unintentional discharge easier. Did not address it, but included that the old-fashioned Pieta revolver would have needed about 2 pounds of pressure on the trigger to discharge a round. What did she even die from? I think she was shot like in the chest or whatever. Steven, wow, Kiro Ku Bandit. Thanks for the sub, buddy.
It's a bit of an old story. We should always hold actors, armorers, and executives responsible.
What is wild is that there is 100% footage of the shooting. Wonder if it will leak someday or if they destroyed it. Why do you think there's guaranteed footage of the shooting? 50% of Indonesians believe Sharia law should be applied to all citizens regardless of their religion per pew. Jeez. Love your content, Destiny. What's your debate with Ben? Hi.
Debate with Ben? Is he talking about Shapiro? I feel like I've heard people mention a Destiny Shapiro debate before, which would be torture.
I think she was holding the camera filming. Yeah, but like, where is the film stored, or how is the recording made? Because if you destroy the camera while it's filming, then the footage, I think, might be destroyed. Well, if it's recording to physical tape, that's not true. I don't know enough about video encoding. I think that if you're encoding a video and you don't, I don't know why. I don't know that I could probably bullshit something, but if you're recording a video file and you don't actually formally stop the video recording and you just stop the...
Did you hear that? I could probably bullshit something. Is that something that occurs to him? You know, often the fact that he could literally say anything and half of his sweaty audience would just be like, yeah, it's true. Destiny said it. Like, I could just bullshit something. Like he thinks that's valuable. Like, we don't have a treasure map, but I could wipe my ass on this piece of paper and you could use that to try to find the treasure because my ass is magical. And it might lead you to the treasure. I'm just so good. My brain is just so good. I don't need any actual information. I don't need to know what I'm talking about to say the right thing. Should I bullshit something? Would you like me to bullshit something? Would you like a map to the treasure?
Video recording.
It's valuable for him.
That the video file can be corrupted. You must be able to recover that footage, though, through some sort of program, I would imagine.
I would imagine. Well, that's great. I'm glad you can imagine.
You could. It must be recoverable because there's a lot of data there, right? It's not like you're doing some weird into the future encryption that would require parts of the end, but was it even rolling? Weren't they rehearsing? I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe people, it might be standard practice to like always be recording. To always be recording.
Could bullshit something for you if you'd like me to. The armorer was inexperienced and showed massive negligence, and Baldwin and his executive producer was the executive on the production.
Wait, what?
So he was responsible for the non-union budget cutting. I see.
Oh wait, I just got so sidetracked. I'm sorry.
Yes, yes, that's true.
Wait.
I mean, it happens to the best of us, I guess.
Hasan, sorry, we're on our Hasan obsession.
And I know this because it happens to me.
Fuck Alec Baldwin.
It filmed herself doing. You cannot come in here and tell me about like Nazi this, Nazi that when you're palling around with these people and trying to f them.
What if I? Wait, what the fuck?
Okay, so
Whoa,
wait.
Hasan is digging into the Kiwi Farms lore now. Damn, bro. Just
chat. Do you understand what Hasan was saying there? Like on the real, right? Destiny's gonna make a joke about this, right? But do you know what? And like he said, digging into the Kiwi Farms lore, like I feel like I've heard this from like a number of sources, and I don't know if it's true. I'm not, saying that it is, but I don't pay any attention. I'm not clued into any Kiwi Farms sources, and I have heard the story of Destiny. Basically not just with Lauren Southern, but with supposedly like a lot of people that he's done content with. I don't know if this is true or not. I'm not putting this out there like as like this is actually true. I'm just saying that like it's a it's being said by people. I don't know if it's people with like a conflict of interest that might have reason to lie about it, but yeah, including like Lauren Southern. Like I mean that is a story that's out there, and I don't think you need to go to a place like that to do people know what I'm talking about though? Like supposedly, yeah, with like Lauren, like there are rumors. Let's just call them rumors because I don't know if they're true or not. I don't really keep up on Destiny, especially his personal life. That is my least favorite thing about the content sphere, is how many people want to talk about Destiny's marriage, want to talk about Destiny's, whatever, right? That like really like the only thing I care about with Destiny is his bad takes.
to be clear, okay, whether or not me and Fuentes actually had sex is none of his business.
Okay, so there's the joke. There's the joke.
That he would just instantly think that he could just make those accusations publicly? What the fuck?
Destiny, I don't imagine that you could steal Nick from Catboy Kami. I don't think that's necessarily true.
See this, not see that, when you're palling around with these people and trying to f them and also eating chicken and waffles with them. Get the fuck out of here. These people have made documentaries about their white supremacist values. Okay? Come on, dog. Get the
yeah, chicken and waffles with Nick Fuentes.
That's true.
What do you think he was trying to say there?
True.
What do you think he was trying to say?
Hasan. What then? What? Welcome to the party. You're right. I am a Nazi. I just don't like you sourcing Nazi shit because you say you're not a Nazi. If you want to be a Nazi with me, well, just own it. Let's be Nazis together, my brother. My brother in Christ.
That's what being a Nazi. That's what being a Nazi is. It's believing that Destiny, I don't know, did something that he's rumored to have done. That's what makes you a Nazi. Like, why does everything gotta revolve around Steven? Why does literally everything revolve around Steven? That's part of what I hate about the personal life Destiny stuff. Like, ooh, Destiny's, you know, wife left him. Ooh, Destiny's friend is trying to turn his, you know, his partners against him. Like, right? I don't care. I do not care. And I'm gonna sneeze multiple times, possibly. Yes.
Blood, let's go, dude. Erdogan and Batista supporters unite. Wait, who was Erdogan again? I think he was the president of Palestine? Or was that Assad?
Is he joking? He's got to be joking, right? He is famously, like, ignorant about a lot of things that you'd think you'd need. You know, it's just base knowledge, right? Including, like, where is Palestine geographically on a map, right? He seemed to think Asia Minor was the answer. But at one point, right? So yeah, I mean, he has been pretty ignorant, but I think he's got to be joking, right? He's got to be joking about, like, he knows Erdogan. Like, is he trolling us? I feel like he's got to be trolling us. He doesn't think the guy's name is Erdogan. No way. There's no way.
It's so funny when people are just like palling around with these dipshits. But then again, the argument is
the only reason I even cared a little bit is about Destiny's divorce is I'm wondering if it will lead to him being more reactionary. That's you might be onto something, Edwin. You might be onto something. Wait, no, he didn't. About what? What did? Sorry, I need you to, because I literally don't know this stuff, right? If there's stuff that's rumors, if there's stuff that's. And I have to think Hasan's joking too about some of the stuff.
White guys that love defending the usage of the N-word, turning around and saying, oh, you know what?
What? Why? I feel like he's...
Wait, that was in the clip that Hasan watched from Censored Man? Yeah, so Cavernacle mentioned Censored Man too as somebody that seems to be like a Tate orbiter. And Cavernacle was talking about accounts that, you know, have seemingly decent takes on Gaza, but are either Nazis or they're, you know, just clout chasing, or, you know, they're grifters in one way or another. Basically, Cavernacle's latest video is about that, but that was in the clip from Censored Man. Yeah, Censored Man was one of these people, supposedly like an Andrew Tate fan who, you know, was sympathetic towards Gaza, but overall, you know, pretty far reactionary right winger.
It's like
Tate gang. Okay,
it's like every hate thread ever.
He actually did think Erdogan was the president of Palestine. No, really? But he's making fun of himself now, right? This was previously on Destiny.
Like, Hasan has a running hate thread of me in his joke. He's like, oh, Destiny's criticizing me because I said derivatives aren't real because I don't believe in math. Okay, well, did you know that the only
Wait, math derivatives aren't real, or like the financial tool derivatives aren't real?
Reason Destiny was ever even kind of good at StarCraft is because he abused investors and nobody else was abusing him at the time.
Oh my god, Destiny, everything fucking revolves around you. Yeah, we're supposed to all know your deep lore, your deep StarCraft lore.
And as soon as Blizzard patched it, he was a washed up StarCraft 2 player. Like, oh, Destiny's gonna be...
Do you see what signal he's sending his audience? He's just like the rest of the haters. You don't have to listen to him. You don't have to listen to him. He's just like all the rest. This is like Keffel's tier shit. And I don't know if it's because like Keffel's is imitating more and more Destiny, or it's because Destiny has degenerated more and more into Keffel's. I'm not even sure.
Critical about my history in the Middle East? Okay, well, let's look at his match history in League of Legends. When was the last time this guy was diamond? Like, it's like he's got like a...
That's why Destiny got mad at the Groypers, that the Groypers were making fun of him.
Running hate thread of every random thing about me. Like, let's say I am a prolific N-word defender. What does that have to do with any of this? What the...
The argument is, white guy...
He's like, every time he speaks about me...
What does this have to do with it? It's the fact that you are edgy about the shit that people like Lauren and Nick are serious about. And it's hard to know what you actually think. And with the amount of times you're willing to talk, to be like, you know, high-key racist, right? To talk about dipshit protesters and what they deserve to have done to them, right? It's one wonders. One starts to wonder, like the degree to which you seem to enjoy hanging out, even if you disagree with them, performatively or otherwise, right? You seem to truly enjoy hanging out with these people, right? That's it right there, Destiny. That's it right there.
Like manifesto, like edition version, like 1.78.
Is that love defending the usage of the N-word, turning around and saying, oh, you know what's really racist actually? The term worm, dude. That's actually what's racist. It's like, okay, well, every single member of your community calls me a fucking cockroach or a turk roach.
Do all of us do that? That's pretty rare. I'm pretty sure that, and when you do see it, I'm pretty sure people get banned or in trouble for it. Because I think roach is a racial slur for Turkish people. I think it is.
Every goddamn day, in between the death threats that I get from dudes you align with. How is that?
Death threats from dudes you align with. So now I'm responsible, not only for my whole audience. Hold on. How richy rich is this? I'm not only responsible for my audience, I'm responsible for Nick Fuentes' audience? Meanwhile, Hasan's not even responsible for his own audience shitting on his co-host for a show that had to end because he couldn't rein in the hatred that he was inspiring? What, like, seriously? What the fuck?
Left, do you care that your chat is calling me racist?
I have no responsibility. I can't do anything.
The hatred that he is inspiring. Hasan, if anything, was going out of his way and probably putting a little bit of his own credibility on the line to defend Ethan and say that at the end of the day, even though he disagreed with a lot of what Ethan said, you know, because there was so, especially in that Twitter rant, like it got downright racist. It got messy. Like Ethan was reacting badly, right? And at the end of the day, Hasan could not save Ethan's image in the eyes of his fans. But he always said that no, underneath it all, right? Underneath all of it is a decent human being, right? Even when it didn't seem like, even when there was a lot of contradicting information.
Think about that.
Don't you have moderators? Do you care at all?
The reason why people are saying that is because of the conflations that you made, Ethan. That's what, like, I can't stop people from viewing you as
literally can't.
You're gonna make these comparisons that they've heard from actually racist people.
Oh no!
How is that appropriate? Like, who's actually racist here? Get the out of here. I don't give a shit because, like, who gives a yeah, Turk Roach. It's really funny. All you've done is shown me that you're a 4chan loser who's like 40 years old and desperately clinging.
Wait, where did the point? Is that Aiden Ross's insult? If I ultra hardcore steelman charitable good faith, what's going on here? It might just be because he's liked so many tweets that on me from like accounts that have literally like 5 followers. Maybe his Twitter algorithm is just constantly feeding him a stream of like anti-Destiny hate or whatever. And then he sees like the 40-year-old comments and like shit like that. And maybe that's
here, let me propose an alternate hypothesis, right? Maybe outside of your echo chamber, outside of the hollow layer that you and the rest of the DGGers reside in, maybe you are viewed slightly differently than you are on the inside. I don't know, just something to think about, Destiny. Just something to think about. I can't give you all the answers, but it is definitely something to think about. Yeah, you treated him with kid gloves. Mods don't ban me. This weed is lethal. I hope you're okay, Disco Wolf. I can't stand it when people say the R word. They use it to imply. Yeah, it's a pejorative, right? It's like as if there's not enough pejorative already associated with. You know, they're like
the commenter's age and not yours.
It is weird though, isn't it? How like most platforms are against slurs, right? Twitch, you know, YouTube to a greater or lesser extent. But when it comes to our slur, it's just like, oh no, that's one that we're gonna allow. That's one that we're gonna normalize, right? It's really disturbing how that consensus formed.
Oh, was I? How would he know the commenter's age? Wait, what? Hold on.
How is that appropriate? Like, who's fucking actually racist here? Get the fuck out of here. I don't give a shit because, like, who gives a fuck? Yeah, Turk Roach. It's really funny. All you've done is shown me that you're a fucking 4chan loser who's like 40 years old and desperately clinging on to the halcyon.
I mean, where's the lie?
Like, oh, we meme Donald Trump into the president.
I thought he was talking about me / my community here. You think he's just talking about a random commenter in chat?
No,
I
he's
feel like he's
not.
talking about... Maybe not.
I thought he was talking about the guy on Twitter.
That's all that shows me when you use Turk Roach or Cockroach.
If you were at any IRL event with him, do you think he would act like Vasha the DC meetup in real life or stand by his words and publicly call you out? No. Hasan does like when Hasan doesn't like people, he does the little bro thing. Because I've talked to friends that have seen him in real life. He'll just be like, oh. He just like kind of like looks up.
The little bro, what's the little, can somebody explain that to me? What's the little bro thing?
In Christ. So funny that this community can still whip up enough support from dumbass liberals who go, oh, that's right, maybe Hasan is racist. Maybe Hasan is actually an anti-white racist. I'm white, man. I'm white. The f do you mean anti-white racist? Dumb fucks. Yeah, the largest post on X was a cockroach being electrocuted. The last post.
Like, I love how Destiny didn't learn anything from the interaction with Keffals. I mean, I'll be real with you. Like, Keffals has always been a little bit of a joke. I mean, you can tell that she doesn't know what she's talking about a lot of times, right? You can tell that she's not an authority on, like, anything. But when Keffals had shit to say about Destiny, that shit banged. That shit banged. And it's not because Keffals is some kind of, like, immense talent or anything like that. It's because Keffals was saying the things that people already think about Destiny. He doesn't realize how he's viewed outside of his echo chamber. And it's tragic and it's funny.
Me on Twitter is a cockroach being electrocuted. But it's funny.
Was that post like really hurting his feeling? I wonder how he thinks Ethan and Hila felt when Hila was literally getting cartoons of her murdering Palestinian children. Wow.
But it's funny because anyone that knows those memes is literally the biggest, most ginormous loser of all time. So
okay, so we watched that cartoon and I remember that cartoon concentrating and kind of like magnifying and like projecting features on Hila that I'm pretty sure are anti-Semitic tropes. Yeah, I don't think Hasan was not like, yeah, no, you get what you deserve. You say callous things, so people are gonna draw your wife as like a scary monster, right? I don't think that's what no, Hasan was not on board with that.
It's just that part is really awesome, I think. Go ahead, keep doing it. Yeah, I heard that slur isn't even used outside of US, right? It's a very specific 4chan slur. Yeah, exactly. It's not. It's funny more than it is.
Wait, what slur? I heard that slur isn't even used outside of the US, right? It's a very. Is he talking about Turk Roach? What slur is he talking about?
God, you're saying that word a lot, Destiny.
Used by like the stupidest people.
You're saying that word a lot.
As opposed to Gusano, which is like the enlightened man, the thinking man slur. Like
biggest losers, which is precisely the reason why it does not offend me.
We're just calling you a race traitor. Nothing racist about that.
Hasan is low-key great at impressions.
Which is funny because like I'll like the ultra super ironic thing is that I would actually, if there was like an Uncle Ruben, that's my uncle's name. I don't know any other Cuban names. If there was like a Coon or Uncle Tom version of Cuban for the United States,
we are on YouTube.
I would wear that proudly. You know why? Because in the United States,
yo, here's the deal. Okay, so that word that he just said, right? That's a word that's come up a lot and has actually a different meaning depending on who's saying it. White people have used that word to mean as like a slur, as a slur against like all black people, right? In the black community, it's used to mean, somebody that is essentially performing for a white audience in a way that makes other black people, like, you know, sick to their stomach, right? That's it's a different thing. So in one case it is a slur, in another case it's not a slur. But anyway, go on.
Cubans do tend to be conservative, and they do tend to vote for Trump. They're the only Hispanic demographic that does, and I would on them, and I would proudly be a Cuban race traitor if there was a word for that. But the funny thing is that they'll call me a gusano, which implies I was like, or my family.
Like, I mean, I don't know how true what he's saying is. Like, it does. There is a time when like this would like right. Like the original wave of first generation Cuban immigrants, a lot of times were people who had a certain amount of power or wealth in Cuba, and, you know, stood to lose that after Batista was taken out and Castro came in, right? So there is like truth to that, and there's probably, you know, times in which, you know, a large amount of Venezuela, you know, like I don't want to like, I'm not an expert on this, but like, you know, that is like wait, what all is he applying this to?
I guess was pro-Batista, anti-Castro. Cubans do tend to be conservative, and they do tend to vote for Trump. They're the only Cuban for the United States. I would wear that proudly. You know why? Because in the United States,
so he thinks that the Cuban version of that, right, which, you know, in some ways, no, I mean, like, I don't know, what is he saying here? I don't want to mischaracterize what he's saying, and I'm not entirely sure. So, like I said, I don't know everything about this stuff.
Do tend to be conservative, and they do tend to vote for Trump. They're the only Hispanic demographic that does, and I would on that.
Off topic, but Keffels did an interview with Chris Chan. I mean, look, I don't know what to say. What I don't know what was more depressing about that. The fact that that's the best, that's the biggest star that she can get, or the fact that she was really proud. She was really proud for that get. Nicholas Diorio didn't get that interview. Turkey Tom didn't get that interview. Keffels got that interview, and she couldn't be more pleased, right? And like, it's funny because it's not even like, I mean, at some point that would have been a big get. At some point that would have been a big interview that would have done numbers. I don't think that's going to be Keffels' biggest video. I don't think that's going to be Keffels' biggest video. That's like, anyway.
And I would proudly be a Cuban race traitor if there was a word for that. But the funny thing is that they'll call me a gusano, which implies I was like, or my family, I guess, was pro.
And again, I don't use that word. Like, I feel a little bit uncomfortable with, like, you know, white people using that word more on a basis of like a cultural appropriation, right? That word means a certain thing in a certain cultural context, and I've seen a lot of, you know, white people like pick it up in a kind of cringy way, right, than a slur, because it's not a slur. It's a description of you know, race and politics, right? That's what it actually means. Anyway.
Batista, anti-Castro, anti-leftist, pro-fascist. But when you come to the United States where I actually live, I actually have political disagreements with the majority of Cubans here. It doesn't make sense on like 3 different levels. Ugh. Okay. What a guy.
Made me cry.
Taking hostages, making them.
Wait, chat. Sorry.
Captors, adversaries. This is not funny. And
did we catch that?
They want to be home, and we'll do anything to. No, this one, bro. I'm never watching this interview. I will never watch this. Taking hostages, making. I have political disagreements with the majority of Cubans here. It doesn't make sense on like 3 different levels. Ugh. Okay. What a guy.
Makes me cry. Does anybody want to finish that for me? What a guy. Makes me cry.
What is this? Taking hostages, making them dance and say they hate The captors, adversaries is not fun.
Anyone? No one?
They want to be home and will do anything to this one. Bro, I'm never watching this interview. I will never watch this.
Keffels is still saying the R slur despite apologizing. Yeah, I thought she said she was gonna quit it. I thought she said she was gonna leave the R slur behind. She did the interview and then she edited it after the first upload. Wait, what do you mean? Yes, yes. And I did. Yeah, anyway. It's from Rocky Horror Picture something.
Interview. I will never watch this interview. I wouldn't be able to handle it.
He's saying he hasn't spent much time with Chinese people, but one of the captain was Chinese, and he did qat with them, and he danced to music with them, and he was vibing. So he likes.
The captain was vibing. What's wrong with that? The captain was vibing.
That's so crazy. So they're just fucking chilling with the captains. Like
they were chilling with the captains.
Like,
yes.
Imagine if like, it's so bad faith too, and I hate that Katie brought it up. And she's like, "Oh well, a lot of these people think you're racist." No, they don't.
Okay.
Imagine if when.
Wait. When he says Katie brought it up, is he talking about current Katie? Is he talking about Dat Katie? Is that the Katie? Does anybody know? When he says Katie brought it up? Because if so, Katie, you've got free rent inside this guy's head. He's talking about this Katie, whoever the Katie person he's talking about is. He's talking about them a lot, and I think it might be that Katie. I don't know. But when he threatened your life with a switchblade knife, what a guy, made me cry, and I did. Sorry, it's in my head now. It's very much in my head.
Imagine if when like Lauren was talking to me and I'm like, oh wait, so you guys were just like chilling with the illegals and they actually all wanted to go back to their country and the Italians were all giving you thumbs up and they actually were appreciating the mission you were doing. Like that'd be so cool, bro. Like imagine if those are my conversations with Lauren or Nick.
Again, remember what he's comparing. People willing to put refugees' lives in danger in order to keep them from, from escaping whatever conditions they're trying to escape, versus people trying to stop a genocide. It's a little different. It's a little bit different.
And you'd be more akin or more fair to saying that my interactions with them were akin to Hasan's interactions. Like, it's so bizarre. God, I hate him. It's actually so disgusting. This must be what people felt like.
What's the most calories that I can get for $5? Disco Wolf, in the past, I would have answered you Taco Bell. Right? In the past, it would have been a really easy question to answer, and I would have said Taco Bell. Taco Bell's raised their prices, though, and I don't know. I don't know if Taco Bell is truly the most calorically efficient use of $5 anymore. And it kind of pisses me off, too. I don't know where to find the cheap food, right? Because I've always been in a situation where I need to find cheap food, and
when they watched, what's even comparable to this?
It's not Taco Bell.
Comparable to this. Some kind of crazy Russian propaganda or whatever. Like this guy's like literally cheering on the worst like scum of humanity that he would never be near, by the way, ever. Like,
it's like I don't understand. America's like America's like blowing them up while they're just like doing cat and chilling with the captains. Like, how does he feel about that? Isn't that crazy? Like, I don't know how to describe it.
Look,
it's like he seems
they're chilling with the captain and Tennille, okay?
It's not normal to have your ship blown up, you know?
Yeah. بيقول يعني إنه الحكومة الأمريكية. He's saying that they win over the crews on these ships and they like win them over with their charm and they make them hate America and the US government.
That's so funny.
Yeah, bro. I'm sure that people that work on international trade ships are huge haters of the United States of America, whose Navy and Air Force
Destiny clearly just does not understand pirate riz.
guarantee like free passage towards anything we get our fingers on. And they actually they think the Houthis are base that shoot random fucking terrorist drones at ships trying to pass through the Red Sea. I'm sure they think they're super big. It only takes probably 20 minutes. Like, oh, actually, yeah, America is like super lame.
Destiny is vastly underestimating how unpopular the Israeli policies actually are. Vastly underestimating.
And the Houthis are actually super base. Like, thank you for coming on and educating us. Ha ha ha. I'm never watching this full interview.
Okay, that doesn't probably take much.
I think he's lying. I think he ends up watching
To
it.
be fair.
Probably doesn't take much, to be fair.
Oh, look at Destiny doing Hasan. That's amazing.
Manifesto? What? There's no point. I think everybody around the world is seeing how insane this guy is. And I think, thank God, it's catching up with them. It's catching up with them, okay? It's happening. They're losing steam. We see it happen.
How long has he been saying this for, though? How long have you been saying this, Destiny?
He's getting a show funded by Twitch. It will never end. No shot is that actually happening.
On a big walk, I had a little call that I had to do with Twitch.
Like, okay, so if you, most of you know this, but for in case, you know, there's people that are unfamiliar with the history that these two have with each other, right? Some of Hasan's first interactions on Twitch were, in fact, with Destiny, right? At the time, Destiny had been debating Nazis. You know, people thought he was pretty cool because he took the sheen off some of the blood sports, you know, alt-right people. And, you know, he was seen as largely like, you know, kind of like a slayer of the alt-right, right? This was a long time ago. And, you know, shit went sour. That's where the Weasley little liar clip comes from. And Hasan was tiny, relatively speaking, when he did content with Destiny. Destiny was pretty well established. Not as big as he is now, but pretty big, right? And the fact that Hasan has leapfrogged him, much in the same way that Vosh leapfrogged Xanderhal. Xanderhal started before Vosh and, you know, was getting written up in newspapers and stuff. And then Vosh came along and became the shiny new thing and, you know, just absolutely dwarfed Xanderhal. It's kind of the same thing that happened to Destiny via Hasan. And that's a big part of why Destiny is always talking about Hasan. That's a big part of it. He was way bigger. Yeah. So it didn't feel good. It did not feel good. Like Destiny, and in some ways, as far as the political streaming thing, I mean, and even the streaming thing in general, I mean, Destiny, I guess, was a kind of a pioneer. He was an early adopter. He was doing this stuff a long time ago.
And we have a fun little content thing, like a show that I'm working on right now that I'm very excited to reveal for you guys eventually.
Wait, what the f is this tweet? What does this even mean?
I'm curious about this too. What is the show that he has?
So much.
Oh, no.
Ooh, I hate these.
So do we know what this tweet is?
To look forward to, other than to fantasize about America doing war crimes to victims of colonial violence. Victims.
So yeah, this is the tweet that Hasan did. There was a Polish kind of like right-wing channel, right-wing Twitter account. I can't remember what they're called. Visregard or something? Something like that. And they were talking about the Iraq war, like the Gulf War, right? Before the Iraq War, George Bush's dad actually had been involved in like the context that they're kind of missing in this statement is that Saddam, much like Osama bin Laden, was a person that the United States had armed. Whereas bin Laden was useful against the Soviet Union, Saddam was useful against Iran and fought a war against Iran, the Iran-Iraq war, right, that preceded all this. At some point, Saddam got it in his mind that the United States would be okay were he to invade Kuwait. and for the size of Kuwait, they had a considerable amount of oil. So, and that's where the Gulf War, the Gulf War One, started. 80 to 88, the Iran-Iraq War. Yeah, so kind of long war. Highway of Death. Yeah, it's a pretty well recognized war crime, right? This is after the Iraqi troops were leaving. They weren't leaving to get a better position, to seize the high ground, to attack again. They were leaving. And it wasn't just the Iraqi army. It was also, there was a contingent of civilians there. There was maybe have been hostages, right? And, it was just a completely unnecessary attack where they hit I think the cars in the front first. So like, right, those, cause kind of a trap, like, you know what I mean? The cars in the front get hit and then nobody else can get out, and just like a ton of unnecessary death. Yeah, from Kuwait. They were free, and the excuse was that they had looted some televisions. So they were bad people. They were stealing stuff. So yeah, I guess they deserved to get bombed. Anyway, that's what Hasan's talking about there. He got a community note on the first post, and it got taken away because, actually the link itself, right? This was one of those situations where the link that the community note was like, this is not a war crime, it's perfectly valid. And the link to Wikipedia that they left in there said that it was a war crime. So like even the source was against this community note. They did get another community note on the second tweet, I think. The Highway of Death is just the beginning of the atrocities that the US committed in Iraq. The destruction of their healthcare system is another disgusting chapter. So the Destiny guy, if I have this correct, is from Long Beach? Is he? He's from Nebraska, right? Anyway, yeah, there's more to the Gulf War than sort of jingoistic America good mentality people want to bring up, right? And yeah, they want to paint it as the good war. You know what the Gulf War was for, like propaganda wise, the propaganda purpose of the Gulf War? There was something called Vietnam syndrome, right? And it sounds bad. Vietnam syndrome, is that something you get from Agent Orange? No, Vietnam syndrome is something the country had, according to right-wing war hawk politicians. And this was a syndrome where the United States did not want to get involved in wars, right? After Vietnam, for very good reason, a lot of people had a bad taste in their mouth when it came to war. And part of the good war that the Gulf War was sold as, it was to cure the Vietnam syndrome so they could do more foreign wars, because they wanted to. They wanted to feed that beast.
Of colonial violence. Who is he? Who is he even talking? Oh wait, was the United States the first? Oh, the first Gulf War? Was that colonial violence? What did he call it when Saddam Hussein invaded fucking Kuwait? What was that? Was that not colonialism? Wait, what the fuck?
What do you call it when Saddam Hussein invaded Iran? Or do you just not know about that? Do you not know the origin of any of these things? Do you only know... Do you only learn what you need to learn in order to sound smart to your audience?
Wait, what are we talking about? Who's the colonialist here? What the fuck? Was the first Gulf War actually bad? Is that the take we're going here? Come on, bro. I understand America's made mistakes in the Middle East, but the first Gulf War, that's what we're going to point to?
Fucking ignorant.
Doing war crimes to victims of colonial violence with funds that could instead go to paying for hospitals, roads, and schools.
Also, if you will remember, the U.S. bases that were established in Saudi Arabia were part of the, fucked up manifesto that bin Laden wrote. And were, essentially like served at the very least as a propaganda tool justifying the Al-Qaeda's actions. Anyway. You notice how like noisy Destiny's stream is? That's something that I feel like it can't be
So
by
Like
accident.
Naruto, true.
Yes. Actually, it's Boruto.
Damn. I was a Marine infantryman in Desert Storm. We showed a
Oh my god. Oh my god.
They just sacked and raped a country. We could have killed so many more. Fun fact, they're only brave in mass.
We could have, but yo, we were really good. We were really good because we could have killed more. Wow. We resisted the epically cool thing of killing more people. Wow.
What an insane fucking take.
What a lib take. What an absolute
video that came out like months ago. Or did we watch this like months ago? Oh god, what's up?
I might have fucked up.
What'd you fuck up on?
This is
No,
who's,
is
who's,
it years
who's
old?
on?
This like trend of like reposting the same fucking clips of like black people fighting or getting shot. I feel like there's like 10 that get posted every two. There's like a rotating schedule of like racists that just repost the same clips.
I couldn't tell who that was.
Like, oh my god, black people. Ah! It's like it's so fucking weird.
I know ABBA comes on later on.
Yeah, not today, Tyrone. Jesus Christ. There should be like, I feel like if you're posting clips, especially
to Destiny, all is cringe and insane. Yeah.
events like this, you should
especially
require,
history.
like, an original date or some shit. It's just really fucking weird. My God.
Hey man, it's the 8-year anniversary of.
It is ABBA. Oh, was he watching? Was this the you see Destiny's on there watching? Yeah, it's the Nick Diorio Mama Max video. Chat, are you aware of Mama Max? If I say Mama Max, one in chat if that means something to you. Are we aware of Mama Max? Certain YouTuber. Certain allegations of a vampire/werewolf cult. We're not going to watch the Nick Diorio video, but so far, Zara, this is something that the YouTube is kind of ablaze about, right? They're I never joined any of the cool cults. Yeah, this was a really cool one. Well, what's weird about this cult is that there's a lot of allegations from Mama Max, and there's not a lot of information to support those allegations. And you know, they're allegations about a person as being the cult leader and having done all these things that are kind of like, well, you know, if you don't have any proof of that, you're bordering on possibly a defamation suit, and not only a defamation suit for Mama Max, the YouTube creator, but also for some of the alleged victims that, you know, he brought on. You kind of got to be careful when you're talking to victims that you don't end up getting them, you know, putting them in legal jeopardy. And you know, then all this stuff came out about. Anyway, I haven't covered this, right? Because it's not super politically relevant. It is interesting, you know, the concept of internet cults, and also the concept of pedo chasers, because that's what Mama Max is like, right? His channel before that, I think he was basically, you know, trying to expose people for, you know, doing bad things to minors, right? And Mama Max was what, 19 or something? So technically an adult, and there's allegations that, you know, the cult included minors, but it's just a real, like, everything about the Mama Max's allegations. And then Mama Max writes a DM to Charlie, Moist Critical Charlie, and says, Charlie, you need to speak up. Like, you got to use your platform for good. Like, right? You know, basically you're a bad person if you don't help me expose this shit, because this is really bad. This is really, really bad. And it's this fucking sensational video that's just hard to believe. It's hard to believe. It's hard to buy. It's super sensationalized, right? And Moist Critical at the time is sick with COVID. So Charlie does not answer Mama Max until much later, right? And then Mama Max comes out and says, Moist Critical is afraid of the truth. Moist Critical will not release the truth to the public. But like, yeah, so he goes after Charlie. And that is probably this mistake that started the. Anyway, we haven't covered this, but if you want me to, we can go over it. I feel like a lot more is kind of firmed up. There's a lot more evidence. There's a lot more, sense of what went on and everything. And it's a big shit show. Yeah, Penguin Zero. That's right. That's right. Normie Jesus, indeed.
Bab and preach.
Oh shit.
But I just haven't covered it because it's not like, the most politically relevant. Maybe we could get to it tomorrow. Don't F with norming Jesus. Exactly.
Just celebrate. I'm wondering if you could watch the full Hasan clip.
Oh, the interview? No.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
Oh, so that's ABBA that asked him to do it.
Him for doing it. Why wouldn't you watch it in its entirety to break it down?
Because it's gonna trigger the fuck out of me, and I actually there's too many of these issues where I feel like incredibly I think I'm getting too personally bought into some of these topics. The J6 stuff, usually I can separate politics from individuals.
So he's saying he doesn't want to watch this because it's gonna make him feel some, actually feel some stuff. Like he's gonna get pissed off.
Six stuff is making me hate people in this country, actually hate people. And the Hasan terrorist support on a lot of leftists is also making me hate people. It's equivalent to Nazi worship. I'm sorry, it's not. It's worse than Nazi worship because at least the Nazis aren't real anymore. It would be the equivalent to Nazi worship.
Yo!
The fact that people will sit here and cheer on Islamic fundamentalist terrorist groups that are engaged in modern
Destiny
terrorist acts in the West, that's wild to me. Somebody like Hasan would have won.
I hate to have to do this to you, my dude, but I think that some people might have Oh God. I gotta put you with the Gen 6ers now, Destiny. Because if I click on this hashtag here, feds, what am I going to find? Half of them are feds. Video posted 4 minutes ago, film 16 minutes ago, purports to show white nationalist clown gang Patriot Front. Yeah, so this is what, the chuds think that these guys, these America First people, are feds. They're not real. They're not dangerous. They're not Nazis, right? They're pretty adamant themselves about being Nazis, as are, what are they called? The Red Brigade? I can't even remember. There's some kind of, oh my God, I don't even know. I'm scared. Okay, so yeah, there we go. I guess this, there's no Nazis, though. There's no Nazis. No, this is all fake news. This is all feds. That's what Destiny's telling us. I'm sorry, dude. Did you say you were mad at the Gen 6ers? Because you seem to agree with them on this. I'm sorry, I just had to point it out. But according to Destiny, we've got nothing to worry about. It's all good. It's all gonna be all right, right? Nothing to worry about, folks. Totally normal. Pay no attention. Move along.
100% been cheering on Nazi Germany back.
But anyway, the reason I brought up Mama Max is that's what Destiny seems to be watching here. Jesus Christ, this is like a playlist that he's watching? Oh my God. There's a lot to this Mama Max shit. That's the other thing. It's very much a rabbit hole. It's very much an iceberg.
He's the exact mindset for it. That's just wild to me.
I understand the takeaway that you have, and I'm understanding maybe the negative implications, but considering that you've already critiqued him heavily for it, one, and generally I think you're the kind of person who doesn't like to levy huge criticisms against somebody without watching something in its entirety. I think it's slightly unfair. Not probably if you watch it in its entirety, it'd probably still be true, but I think you should watch it for that reason. The second reason I would say you should watch it is I think it's a good opportunity for you to break down all the different points in which he's maybe infantilizing this.
Oh, it's chapters? It's not a playlist. Okay, thank you.
And I think it'd be good for your views. It's good for...
You're having to explain to the YouTuber how YouTube works, but no, I did... You're right, that's chapters.
Political sphere. But I also understand the implication for you mentally. But I'm just saying, Considering
How
your
long
job,
how long is the interview? 44 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, this is
Maybe I will. Okay, maybe I will.
Just break it down in parts. Maybe do a part 1, and then if you can stomach that, who knows? You might actually learn something about the Houthis, or maybe it's just complete propaganda. And as a result, you're like, okay, well, I can break down this propaganda. There might be something really meaningful there.
Okay, I'll think about it. I might. I'll throw it up here, okay?
All right, appreciate you, boss.
Okay, love you.
okay. Rashid, how old are you? Where are you from originally in Yemen?
قد ايه عمرك ومن وين انت في اليمن؟
عمري 19 من محافظة إب.
He's 19 and he's from Ib Governorate.
Okay, nice. Okay, so what happened? You were how is he taking everything? How is he taking in everything so far? Because he's seen the news articles.
كيف عم انه كيف الاوضاع معك؟ كيف عم يعني شو احساسك هلا؟ انه هل شفت التغطية على الاخبار؟ هل قرأت المقالات عنك؟
والله يعني شيء طبيعي، يعني ما في أي تأثير، يعني أهم شيء إن إحنا نوقف مع القضية الفلسطينية، هذا أهم شيء.
He says he's fine and everything is normal, and the most important thing is that they stand with Palestine.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. How does what is the mood in Yemen overall since America started?
Why was that funny?
Bombing positions in Sana'a and other places.
كيف معنوياتكم في اليمن وكيف الإحساس يعني بالشعب هلا باليمن بعد ما بلشت أمريكا بالقصف؟
والله شيء طبيعي، يعني ما في أي خوف ولا أي تأثير، يعني أصلا متعودين على هذا من قبل 11 سنة، يعني شيء طبيعي ما في أي شيء.
He's saying that it's pretty usual. They've been used to this for 11 years now, and they're not scared.
Okay, that's crazy. Does he? Okay, this is a stupid question. Okay, you can preface it with that. Does he know what One Piece is?
One Piece, like, is that an organization?
No, One Piece is.
I'd like to think it's an organization, but no.
أول شيء بقول لك إنه ممكن هذا السؤال يكون شوي أهبل، بس بسألك تعرف شو هو One Piece؟ عمرك سمعت ب One Piece؟
أكيد، يعني منذ الطفولة وأنا أشاهد ون بيس. لوفي.
Luffy?
Yeah, he said he's been watching it since he was a kid.
No way!
Yeah.
That's sick. Yes. That's fire. That's so fire. Oh my god. Dude, we think the Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing what Luffy would do. You should tell him that.
بقول لك حسن انه اللي الحوثيين عم بيسووه زي اللي لوفي.
I thought he'd already gone over most of this stuff. I don't know why he's.
يعني والله الصدق يعني احنا يعني اهم شيء ان احنا واقفين يعني مع فلسطين، يعني ما يهمنا يعني وين.
And I know we've gone over this stuff.
السفن احتجزوها عشان القضية، عشان فلسطين، بس عشان ايقاف الحرب في فلسطين، يعني ليس على اي شيء او غنائم او اي شيء.
He's saying that the only motivation that they have is to their solidarity with Palestine and to stop the attack on Palestine, and it's not for any kind of
Yeah. Exactly. No, I'm saying it's a good thing.
Why would you cut off the translator? Because you're so happy that
because he's not just getting information from him, he is communicating with him, and he wants to make sure that he's understood, and it felt like that he wasn't. That's why.
It's like willing to, I guess, jerk off on the biscuit you're about to eat. You're so excited to throw it. Why would you cut off the I got it. He's just playing right into my...
Is there not like another metaphor you could have gone with besides soggy biscuit?
Narrative. Yeah. Like, why would you cut off the why not let him finish? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Wait, Destiny fucking knows this though. Like, right, he does this too. If somebody responds to him and it's clear that they didn't understand him right, he will jump in and say no, that's not, right, because otherwise it's like you're not communicating. Anyway. YouTube sucks.
Yeah. Exactly. No, I'm saying it's a good thing. I understand. So that's what he's saying, that the reasons as to why there have been any sort of interceptions on vessels.
Who is Luffy? What does his comparison mean? Basically,
Destiny explains One Piece.
The good guy in the anime or some shit. I don't.
He's like the good guy, I think. I don't know. Vosh knew about.
Before we get too into this, the problematic aspects of this are that,
for the record, Vosh knew One Piece.
Like, this guy's presence on TikTok, Instagram, or whatever. The goal is to basically make the Houthis look base. Oh, I'm sorry. Luffy is a bad guy. Wait, Destiny, the good guys. He's the main character. He's a pirate.
He's an anti. What's up, Fuzzy Slippers?
He's a monarchist.
He's a monarchist because he wants to be the pirate queen.
He's an anti-hero.
Sorry, that's Pirate King. Why did I say Pirate Queen? No, I want to be the Pirate Queen, right? Luffy's the Pirate King, or he's trying to be the Pirate King. He wants to be the very best, like no one ever was, right? And that's why we are on a cruise. We are, yeah. That's.
I don't know anything about one shit. Okay, but
one shit. That's a really weird. Okay, yeah, you got him. One Piece fans destroyed. One shit. There you go. They're defeated. One shit.
Basically, the problem is that, like, people post shit like this because it's obviously propaganda. Okay? Now, propaganda in and of itself isn't necessarily bad. Like, we all kind of do a little bit of propaganda.
You think so, Destiny? Do you? A little bit?
Problem is when propaganda are, like, lying explicitly about what they're doing. And depending on where your interests lie, amplifying those lies is especially egregious. So the goal coming into this is that the Houthis are just freedom-fighting, loving people who are just trying to get the conflict in Gaza to stop. They just want to save the Palestinians. And the reality is I don't have as much of a historical background.
Look, you can believe them or you can disbelieve them, right? But the fact is that they are putting pressure on the U.S. and on Israel to get a goddamn ceasefire. And nobody else is doing that physically. You've got people taking Israel to court. That's great. You got people, coming out and saying they support a ceasefire. You don't have anybody putting any actual pressure on there. You don't have anybody that stepped up in any meaningful way. That's what this is. And regardless of the fact that there's a lot that, I've read about Ansar Allah that I don't agree with, this is one thing that I do agree with. And this is one thing that needs to be done. And the worst thing in the world that the United States could have done is exactly what they did, which is respond to this, which requires a political solution to meaningfully solve. Because remember, they have been under bombardment for years and years and years and years. Nothing that the US does, nothing that the UK does is going to change what they are doing, right? And indeed, if you think they're bad people and they're like, yeah, there's bad shit about the Houthis, definitely, like, right? Then you're empowering them. You're making them look good, right? By the United States, who is rightly perceived as being a bad actor in this case, as enabling the wholesale slaughter of civilian that's going on in Gaza, right? Even if that's your whole thing is Yemen bad, you are making Yemen look good. So like just any way you slice this is fucked up. And especially changing the subject to the analyzing the moral failings of Rashid is just such a fucked up pivot. Because there's one thing that it seems like it should be the priority, and that this action is actually putting pressure on the US, on Israel to do, on the world, right? On the entire world, because this is affecting what, not allowing maritime trade through the Red Sea affects a lot of people, probably Israel foremost, United States as well, and the rest of the world, right? This is an inflection point, for a lack of a better phrase.
Houthis, but probably something along the lines of like Iran wants the Houthis to.
Oh yeah, good point. Edwin Rollins says the Houthis, like anyone, are not a monolith. Different people join them for different reasons. Yeah, it's considered like a big tent populist movement, and there's fucked up shit. There's I don't know. There's people pushing back on the fucked up shit. Yeah, it's a big tent. It's a lot of different people.
In the Red Sea and start attacking everybody because it destabilizes the region. It threatens, like, basically U.S. claims that everything is going okay. It causes countries to look elsewhere for protection and help. And blah. It's just like it fucks everything up. That's the goal. The goal for the Houthis is basically just cause chaos and fuck everything up. The idea that they are like actually caring about the Palestinians, or they're just like doing this noble freedom fighting, is bullshit. It's stupid. There's about as much truth and honesty to that as like the United States just wants to free people afar. The only annoying thing, I guess, about especially Hasan is some people will be hypercritical of U.S. statements on foreign policy, which is fair. And I think that we should be critical of U.S. foreign policy, especially when we're not honest, right? United States foreign policy is oriented around defending U.S. interests, okay? And worldwide interests for people that align with the U.S., which is true, which is fine. I think it's okay for countries to vie for their own interests. That's okay. But to be critical of like State Department propaganda from the United States.
The U.S. doesn't just vie for its own interest. The U.S. vies for control. The U.S. is a global hegemon and is able to exert that control, right? This is, please don't look at the U.S. as like any other country. It's not. It's not.
Then to talk to an actual propagandist from like an Islamist regime that's being supported by Iran, and then to take him uncritically and at face value for everything he's saying, makes you retarded. Or an actual propaganda mouthpiece for
more ableism, please.
As of today, a terrorist organization, or yesterday, which is that's the issue with what I think this entire interview is probably gonna be for. But yeah,
is due to the ongoing genocide in Gaza. It's not for loot. No, tell him it's not for loot. I know it's not for loot.
Somebody said, bro, he's 19. He probably is not a real Houthi, just a random Yemeni. So firstly, people like this have no problem using soldiers that are incredibly young. So that's fucking retarded, number one. Number two, it might not be that he is it might not be that he's like an actual official soldier or some bullshit, but they're allowing him on ships. They're allowing him to film videos. They're allowing him to do all of this shit. Obviously it's some kind of deliberate goal to, spread the message and shit. So Nicole M in YouTube chat says, Destiny is confusing this guy with the IDF TikToks. Hello, welcome to my speech from 5 minutes ago where I just said that everybody does propaganda. The only worry is when people are lying or when you're amplifying bad propaganda. So yes, everybody does propaganda. But when you're selectively critical of it, from allowing he has a phone, okay, you're permabanned. Bye.
There we go. Same. There's the common thread. There's a common thread in between Dusty and Vosh today. They're both getting cooked by their own chat. Oh my god, chat. Speaking of getting cooked, I am cooked at this moment. Not my own chat, thankfully. You're very kind. I'm sure I've made some mistakes, gotten some things wrong during this stream. I try to, let you know when I don't know stuff, but I'm cooked by time. We have, oh my god, I've been streaming for 8 hours now. So I feel like that's a good place to leave it. I feel like I gave you like 5 hours of Vosh and 3 hours of Destiny. Maybe not 5 hours of Vosh. Yeah, it's like 4. We're about equal. I gave you what, 4.5? I don't know, chat. I want to come back to you though tomorrow. We've got some more to talk about. Are we interested? We're hitting the 48-hour mark. It feels like it. If you told me that, I'd believe you, right? So yeah, I want to cover. There was a altercation, let's just call it, between Deep Fried Fats, between TJ Kirk, Paul Zigo, and I can never remember the third Deep Fat Fried person, right? That went on, and I think that would be pretty interesting to get into. It's about Ukraine. So we're going to be covering Delunchka once again. Little Dylan, folks, little Dylan. Anyway, we're going to cover Delunchka, and we're going to maybe get into the Mama Max thing, right? I feel like, yeah, wait, what did we leave on the table? Let's take a look here. We got all this stuff done, so we covered Tim Pool. We still have the Steven Crowder asking his fans to leave social media. We covered, more or less covered Noah Schlapp. We still have to cover Verbal Ace, the Texas border lady. I've got Verbal Ace on there twice. Jeez, I really want to show you. Well, that ties into the Hasbin Hotel thing. The thing about Hasbin Hotel chat is there's like a little bit, I'm like going down a rabbit hole right now about the creator of Hasbin Hotel. And just like, yeah, there's always been accusations. Like, I mean, obviously, obviously, if you watch Hell of a Boss, you know that its creator is an edgelord, right? And same thing for Hasbin, same person, right? But there's more to it than I realized, right? You know, like an edgy artist is one thing. Most people who make comedy are somewhat edgy. It's a little bit more than that. But if I even delve into this, do you understand, chat? Hasbin, like fans of Hasbin Hotel are like quite stanny, right? So if I talk if I tell you what I know about, like, you know, the creator of Hasbin Hotel, it's gonna be a lot. And it's you know, it's funny too, because like I kind of like, you know, I mean, I enjoyed the art, I enjoy some of the character design, I enjoy some of the humor, and you know, have been sort of following Hell of a Boss. I don't know, I might have to get off the train at this point. It's looking bad, it's looking grim. Hasbin, yeah, Hazbin. It just came out on Amazon. What is it called? Amazon Video has it now. It's also, there's another streaming service too. It's not exclusive to that, but it's on another streaming service as well. And you know, there's just like, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. Maybe I should do a review of it or something. I don't know. I feel like if I make too much noise, though, I'll get eaten alive. Prime Video, yeah. I feel like if I make too much noise, I'll get eaten alive. And I'm not somebody who doesn't appreciate, like, you know, Vizzy Pop and Spindle Horse's work, but I'm just like, the more I look, the more I find out, the more kind of disturbed I am. So maybe we'll get into that. Maybe we'll have to save it for another day. Maybe I'm not brave enough to, like, right, I've taken on Dylan, I've taken on Vosh, I've taken on Destiny. I don't know about taking on Vivzy Pop. That might be a bridge too far, right? I might be in some trouble, you know, with the demonic forces of Hasbin Hotel, if I say what I know. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna be back tomorrow. We're definitely gonna cover Deep Fat Fried versus Delunchka Burns, and we're gonna, what else? Maybe we'll at least like maybe take a look at Mama Max, right? Like one video. What could it hurt, chat? What could it hurt? All right, so I've done 8 hours today. I'm gonna be no good to you if I don't get to bed soon. Thank you everybody for supporting me. I appreciate you so much, whether you're, you know, helping me out through you know, becoming a member, through giving memberships, through super chats, through super stickers, through subs on Twitch or bits, or any of the donations, any of the ways that you can help me out and support me. I appreciate you so much. It's the only reason I'm able to come to you week after week. I appreciate obviously those who support me monthly on Patreon, and even if all you can give me is this, right? Because I know that they're like, times are tough, and there's some of you out there that probably, you need to take care of yourself. You need to keep that money for yourself, and maybe all you can help me out with is the thumbs up. I appreciate the thumbs up too. Okay, that means a lot to me. That means a lot. So, oh my God, FTW all day. Thank you for the super chat. You always do good work. The past couple of streams have been bangers. I'm glad you appreciate it. And feel free to give me feedback too. Like, right, I'm not one of those streamers that's going to get mad at you if you don't like what I'm doing. I need to know that. I need to know that because, you know, I don't always like what I'm doing either. And I can easily shift the content if something's getting stale.
FTW all DA, super chatted $5. You always do good work. The past couple streams have been bangers. Irene NG.
Aw, thank you. But yeah, I should probably do more community posts where I ask people for feedback, because like seriously, if you know there's something that I've been or someone that I've been concentrating on too much, I need to hear that from you, and we can easily shift the content. And it's probably good for me too. If you're tired of something, it's a good chance that I'm tired of it too. So yeah, I definitely want to get that feedback from you. And it's only through your generosity, only through your support, that makes it possible for me to come back to you and you know, keep a roof over my head, keep the internet bill paid, and all the other stuff that I need to keep body and soul together to keep bringing the content your way. Such a well played home. I know, right? Well, that's what happens when you do a super chat. You get the that gets my attention, because I don't know. Tim Allen gets my attention. My cat gonna. Anyway, chat, I better go to bed for real now. I appreciate you so much, though. You mean a lot to me, and this community means a lot to me. And you know, you help me get through this. As much as like people say that like this is stuff that they wouldn't be able to watch alone, but they're still interested in, and like I serve as a sort of a psychic buffer against that psychic damage. Like, you know, having you here serves as a psychic buffer for me too. So yeah, much love, and I will see you tomorrow, Sunday. I'll be here all weekend. Like,